about how to build a YouTube thumbnail app in React.JS. Now, if you guys aren't sure what we mean here, let me give you a quick rundown of what we're going to be doing today. So, on YouTube, you have all of these nice, beautiful thumbnails that pop up every time you go over there, right? We needed an internal tool inside of inside the Clever Programmer team where we could basically go in and add our thumbnail to see what it looks like. So that way we can see if you guys are going to click it or not, and it helps us, get the video out to more people. So what we thought is, right, I had to build this as a side project, right? So I thought, hang on, every single app that I've released out there and every single app that I put out there, what I've ended up doing is I prepare it beforehand, and then we pretty much go ahead and show you guys and demonstrate everything on a live stream, right? But today, something it's going to be pretty cool, guys. Today, I have not prepared anything. So this is a entire sort of stream where pretty much you guys can code alongside me, and we can go ahead and build this thing together. So who is pumped? Let me know in the comments, guys. I can see a few people coming in. This is awesome. I see Ayush, I see I am one, Z Pigeon. What's up, guys? Sina, Shorat, Z Pigeon, nice. They're starting to come in now. Christian Mahal, Warden. What's up, guys? Good to see you all again. If you guys are pumped and you guys are ready for this, let's drop some fire in the comments and let's get everyone warmed up so we can get started soon. Guys, just to reassure you guys, for you who are new and who are joining in, we are going to be building a React thumbnail app. So essentially, it's going to be a case of, so what do we want to build today, guys? We basically want to have like a sort of lightweight React clone, right? But I basically want to have it so that I can go ahead and add a thumbnail over here. So right now we have Gary V's thumbnail. I can go ahead and add a thumbnail so that way we can see how it looks inside of the app, and we can basically test what different thumbnails look like before we actually put a video live. So, and guys, if you guys find this super exciting and you guys find this useful, we actually might go ahead and drop a full YouTube clone. So if that's something that you guys are interested in, please let me know and we can go ahead and do that. I see a few people in the comments right now. So we have Karen, Teodoro. Let's go ahead and let's go and read some of your comments, guys. So we have Teodoro saying, it is a pleasure to see you. It is a pleasure to see you guys, and I love the support that you guys come and drop. And honestly, everything's blowing up, guys, and I can see some people returning. I've seen familiar faces, and it's always awesome to see you guys. So let's go ahead and carry on having a look. So we have, will you send us the download link? Right, so this is a good question, actually. Let me go ahead. Whoa, we got some comments firing in. So will you send us the download link? Guys, actually, you know what? Let's do that as well. Once we build this app, let's go ahead and deploy it. And then that way you guys can go ahead and check it out and play with the app and stuff like that. Right, that would be fun. I think that would be pretty fun. We can go ahead and see how that goes. We have, let's see, Pete Singh says he cannot wait. Awesome, dude. I like your enthusiasm. Guys, if you're excited right now and you guys like these tutorials, smash the thumbs up button because this helps it get out to more people. And like we want as many people to see this stuff as we possibly can. Right now, for you guys who have coded in React before, let's go ahead and drop some fire in the comments because I love to see who's coded in React before. And Pranji Gautam says, please build a YouTube channel. Awesome. Okay. Milind says, lovely, Sonny. It's fun to make this type of project. Exactly, dude. That's exactly. So let me go ahead and pin that one here. Yeah. You know what? I do like this kind of stuff, guys. This is like a side project, right? Like we can code for like big stuff. We can code for like, production sort of level apps. But sometimes we just need apps that help us out. Sometimes we just need to use React and have a bit of fun with React, so we can basically build stuff that will basically make our life a little bit easier, So today, again, guys, what are we going to be doing? We are going to be building a React thumbnail tester. Okay, so this is essentially going to be, this is not an app to create a thumbnail. This is basically going to be, we're going to build a React app, which looks pretty similar to this. It's going to be responsive. And the aim of this app is to test thumbnails out. So that way we can see what our thumbnail looks like here. So whenever, and also guys, I also want to be able to test it so that whenever we pretty much go ahead and type in, for example, Clever Programmer here, you see like these ones come up right here. It would be cool, right, if we can go ahead and click this and actually upload our thumbnail right here, enter the text and things like that. So Guys, I have not built this. And if you're wondering what this stuff is, this is just a plugin that we use to sort of check out the stats on videos. But guys, I haven't built this yet. So this is going to be a complete beginner build. And this is going to be something where I have no idea how to build this. So we're going to go ahead and build this together, because I know a lot of you guys said that you noticed that a lot of it was sort of prepared beforehand. And you're right, like we do a bit of preparation, because obviously it's a lot of work that we end up going into these videos. But I listened to you guys, I answered you guys, and we are going to go ahead and build this thing for the first time. I've never done this. We're going to go ahead and build this thing for the first time, and we are going to go ahead and get it working. Okay, so let's go ahead and see how this goes, guys. I can see somebody said, oh no. Oh god. Okay, I think the Wi-Fi might be acting up. Let's go ahead and see. Hopefully, guys, we have not got an issue with the stream here today, because it's been quite an issue with the streams lately, but hopefully it's all good. So if you guys can see the stream clearly, please let me know in the comments down below. So Nikosi says, so this is like a YouTube clone. Yeah, it's pretty much going to be like a simple version of a YouTube clone. But we're going to basically, the purpose of this is so that you guys can go ahead and actually, and it's really fast. It's not me, it's him. Yeah, guys, if it is lagging, I apologize. Like I said, we are working on that. It's really tough to get internet speed where I'm at right now. I am in London. You'd be surprised. It's annoying, but yeah, I mean, we're going to go ahead and make the best of what we have right here. Okay. And let's go ahead and see how that goes. Okay. So let's get started, guys. So before, oh no, we got more lag. Let's go ahead. He gets cut up so often. Okay, guys, let me go ahead and check the stream out. Let me go ahead and see what's going on with this. So we have, whoa, guys, we actually have 150 people live right now. This is insane. Okay, so the stream looks good on my, oh, no, okay, it does lag a little bit, guys, but this whole video will be back online afterwards, okay? So what I'd recommend is, guys, maybe what I would recommend for all of you guys is to essentially go ahead and let the video buffer for about 5 minutes and then hit play. And then that will actually allow you to sort of keep track, and you won't have that sort of buffering, annoying lag. So that's my advice to you guys to get over this sort of annoying internet issue, okay? And like I said, this whole video is going to be uploaded afterwards. So don't stress out, guys. It's completely fine. And we're going to keep rolling with this. We're going to keep going, okay? So without further ado, let's jump straight in, okay? So guys, the first step that we want to do is actually go ahead and get this thing up and running. So what we're going to do is I'm going to go and show you guys. So we've, in previous tutorials, we've used a bunch of different things. But the number one tool that I love to talk about is Create React App. So let's go ahead, guys, and use Create React App. So let's go ahead and create React App. So Create React App is how we set up apps, guys. So in order to get this up and running, all you need to do is run this command right here. So npx create React App, okay? So somebody says, will the source code be available? I can go ahead and make the source code available if you guys like, okay? So we can go ahead and do that if you guys find this valuable. Okay, so let's go ahead and check this out, guys. So I see a few people asking, what is he gonna work on, guys? So I'm just gonna give one more roundup of what we're actually gonna be building today. So remember, it's a YouTube thumbnail testing app, guys. So essentially it's a YouTube sort of, it's gonna look like this. We're gonna have an app which looks like this. And we're basically going to be able to click this, but add our own thumbnail and test what the thumbnail looks like. So it's an internal tool, and I was going to build this by myself, but I was actually thinking that instead of building it by myself, I would just go ahead and build it with you guys, because that's fun, right? Like, we all like to sort of see like things for the first time. And also, I've noticed that all of the times that I get a lot of questions as to like, these things are really prepared, like, and things like that. But guys, I want you guys to actually follow me along, and we can build this whole thing together. Yo, Nas is in the house. What's up, Nas? We can see, let's go ahead and tag him here. What's going on, bro? So everyone who loves Nas, let's go ahead and drop him some fire in the comments. And if you guys want to see Nas back on a live stream, let us know, because I love doing sessions with Nas. His energy is insane. We built a crazy COVID-19 tracker that everyone seemed to love, and we were happy to keep that stuff coming. We just hit over 200 viewers right now. So that's amazing, guys. That is amazing. Right. What's up, Nas? Nice. Let's go ahead and jump straight in, guys. So to get started, what we are going to do is we are essentially going to go ahead and here I have the YouTube COVID code that we actually got running last time. So actually what I want to go and do here is I want to open up a terminal. So iTerm, let's go ahead and actually just let's go ahead and pop this to the side. Let's go ahead and use this right now. So you're gonna open up a clear terminal, guys, and let me just make this a bit bigger for you guys so you guys can go ahead and see that real clear. So what you want to do here is run npx, right? So you're gonna go into your correct folder. So in this case, I'm gonna go into my desktop. Let's go ahead. And somebody says, can we make this with Angular? No, guys, we are learning React and we are going to stick with React because I love React. So we're going to go ahead and do npx create React app, right? Create React app. And then we basically need to give it a name. So in this case, I'm going to say YouTube thumbnail creator, right? YouTube thumbnail creator. Awesome. And then what this is going to do, guys, this is going to go ahead and set up the app. I love Nas, dude. Like his energy is insane. Hey, we got Kazi in the house. Let's go, guys. Drop some fire if you guys are excited, and if you guys are like, if you guys like these kind of videos where I'm gonna go ahead and build things live with you guys, then go ahead and smash the thumbs up button because it lets us know what kind of videos you like to you know, what kind of videos you guys like to see. So I can see. Oh, nice. We got Kazi saying, let's bring Nas on this live stream. If we can get Nas on this live stream, then yeah, like we can get Nas on this live stream. Let's ask Nas. Let's get Nas in on this. Kazi said the resolution is wood and potato. I know, guys. I know the resolution is horrible right now, but let's just keep going and just make the best of it. So guys, what you're going to be doing is pretty much installing the React app like this. But what we're going to do is we're actually going to plan out our app a little bit, right? So at this point, guys, remember, like I said, I haven't built this app before. So this is going to be a first time for me. So I'm going to have some kind of drag and drop functionality, but we kind of need to build this out. So I guess let's just go ahead and draw on this and let's see what we can do. So I need to open up Screen Brush because I've got a nice little tool here that I like to use. And let's go ahead and do this. So I'm going to put on freeze. So I'm going to basically split this up into different components. So the first thing I'm going to focus on building is this nav bar right here, right? So we're going to build this nav bar very quickly. And then I'm going to build out like this rough sort of sidebar. So we have a rough idea of it. And then I'm going to go ahead and build each of these little card components. And we're basically just going to get a rough layout here, guys. So we can see a rough quick description. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm just going to try and get to this point as fast as we can, okay? And then what we're going to do is we're going to start implementing some custom functionality so that we can actually go ahead and basically go here, click it, and then a little thumbnail or some kind of modal will pop up, and then we can pretty much upload our own thumbnail or something along those lines, okay? So if you guys are excited for that, smash the thumbs up and let me know, and let's go, guys. Let's go. So right now, and also, guys, yeah, like I said, so remember I did mention that we actually want, I can get on. Let's go. Nas wants to jump on as well. Let's go. Let me grab Nas. Let me go ahead and 1 second. Oops, what is going on here? Oops, let me go ahead and unlock this. Let me go ahead and call Nas, guys. Let's see if we can get Nas on. Oh. I'm calling Nas, guys. We'll see if he can get on. Jump on. All right. Once Nas replies, we can actually get him on board and we can see. That's insane, guys. If you guys love that, see, that's what it's all about at Clever Programmer, this spontaneous nature, right? So like even today it was a spontaneous video and that's it. Like I can see loads of questions coming in. Let's go. Okay, so what we, oops, not that one. So let's go ahead and go back to what we were doing, guys. So Nas will give us a call in a sec. But guys, what you want to do is once you get to this point, right? So once you get to this point, what you want to essentially do is, let me just pull this up so you guys can see. Let me minimize this one. Let's go ahead here. So once you get to this point, guys, what you want to do is you essentially just want to go ahead and do CD into that YouTube thumbnail creator, okay? So you're going to go into that folder and then you basically, I've set up a shortcut here. So I just type in code dot and it will actually open up the code editor that you're using. So right now we use VS Code over at Clever Programmer. And if you want to install that sort of shortcut, what you need to do is, Hold on, bro. We can't breathe. So you probably reacted like husky days. You miss stress and all that. Nice. This is that's a cool comment. So guys, what you want to do is to get this actually up and running with that shortcut. You want to press Command Shift P, and then you'll see this pop up, right? And you can go ahead and install. I think it's if you type in, yeah, here you go, install. So you're gonna do install code command in code inside is command in path. So you guys can see that, right? And then basically yours will say install code command in path, and that will actually go ahead and work for you, and it works the way you need it to work. So that will actually go ahead and give you that sort of code dot functionality. So I'm going to go ahead and make this huge for you guys so that you guys can see this real nice. So what we want to do is once you have your app up here, guys, what you want to do is go ahead and do npm start, and that will spin up your React app. Okay, so once you have your React app running, then you can pretty much go ahead. Okay, so Nas is ready, guys. So once like we're gonna get the app up and running. So we just actually spun it up right now. So we have this up and running right here. So this isn't showing the full app, but let's go ahead and bring Nas on, guys. Let's bring Nas on. So let's get this thing a little bit. Let's get this thing excited. Let's go ahead and let me call Nas. 1 second, guys. Let's see if he picks up.
Over at Clever Programmer. And if you want.
Hello?
Yo, what's up, Nas?
What's up, man? How you
Hey.
doing?
This is dope, man.
Hold on. Let me put on the camera here. Hold on a second. 1 second, bro.
Hey, let me bring you on. 1 sec. How do I? Okay, there we go. All right, guys, are you ready? Are you ready to bring Nas on? Let's go. 3.
Are we live? Are we
Hey, there we go.
We're live?
We are live,
Oh,
dude.
shit. What's up, everybody? Hope you guys are doing amazing. How's it going? Hope all is great. Welcome. I don't know.
Amazing, dude. Let me go ahead and I'll share my Ecamm Live with you. There you go. And then you can see. Nice, dude. Yo, that's so insane, man. Nas, have you heard what we're building on Monday?
What are we building? What are we building?
We're building a Tinder clone on Monday.
Oh, a Tinder clone.
Yeah.
Oh, man. A lot of people will be able to use that. Let's go.
That'd be jokes, right? It'd be fun to build that. Yeah. We've got Tinder clone. We've got TikTok. We've got a few things coming up this week.
Spotify clone, I think, as well, right?
Mm-hmm. We've got a Spotify clone. We've got TikTok, and we've got a YouTube full clone. So today we're going ahead and building. So we needed an internal tool to basically go ahead and see, like the thumbnails, what they look like and stuff, right? So pretty much like these thumbnails over here, instead of actually going ahead and what we used to do is we used to actually go and inspect it, guys, and we would basically go ahead and swap the picture, but it's kind of annoying to do that every time, and then we put our own little thumbnail in there. So instead we thought let's just build an app where it basically does that for us.
Okay.
It's kind of overkill, but it's kind of fun,
Hey, you know what? Sometimes you gotta do overkill, man.
Exactly. Sometimes you gotta do overkill. So let's go ahead. I just got the app started up. So here you go. We've got the app up and running here. I don't know why it's not showing the entire. Oh, there we go. Let me go ahead and make that. There we go.
Can you still see me, by the way? You can still see me, right?
Oh yeah, I still got you in the corner. Let me go ahead and actually fix that 1 second, because I've got that locked right now. So let me go ahead and bring both of us on. How do I do that? So I go to. Oh god, this is where it gets messy. Okay, that's it. And then
this is where you're like live, where you are live and you're trying to basically, it's like you're producing a show live, man. Seriously, this is what
I
this
know, right? Honestly, I've got you up. Wait, okay, we've swapped positions, but let me go ahead and. Hey, there we go.
There we go. Literally, guys, this is so funny. Literally, I was literally eating. I know. Hold on, let me sure. I was literally eating. I saw Sonny live. Like, okay, let's go. Now I had no shirt on. I was just eating outside. then guys like, yeah, let's bring Nas on. I'm like, holy shit, hold on. Give me a second. Let me at least put a shirt on.
You see Kazi's comment here, Nas.
Wait, really?
Let's do it, bro. I'm down to come to LA. I'm so down to come to LA in September.
Oh, guys, who's ready to have the whole CP team live in person? Like, in person. Oh, the energy is just going to be epic. Drop some fire in the comments, guys.
That would be so crazy, right? Literally. We'll have, like, the whole team in the CP mansion.
Oh, man. Too good. Oh, Sonny, you just made my day, man.
It's so fun, right? Me and Kazi were talking before, and we are so pumped. Okay, so Sonny and Ecamm, when you start sharing your screen, add Nas and Sonny both in there. Okay, so I've done that for. Oh right, okay. So I've done it here, but I need to do it here as well. Let me quickly go.
Okay.
Let me go ahead and fix that. See, guys, this is called live debugging, right? There you go. Oh, wait.
Hey, oh, there's me. There's
There we
me.
go.
There's
There we
Nas.
go.
Okay, there's 2 people now. There.
Yeah. Hey, there we go. And then lock that. There we go. Get out of pip mode. We're not in pip mode, are we? I think we're good now.
Pimp,
Yeah.
pimp mode. What is pimp mode?
I
Pimp
think
mode?
I think it was a little bit delayed, you know, with the live stream.
Oh yeah.
Okay, dope.
That's-
I think we're good to go now.
Let's do it. Let's keep going. Let's do it, man.
Yeah. Okay, so guys, when you get your app up and running, you'll basically start it off, and then you'll get this screen, all right? So once you're at this screen, it's a good starting point. So now what you want to go ahead and do, and like we call this like the cleanup process, right? So you want to go ahead and delete this file. So go ahead and get rid of this one. Go ahead and get rid of the test files because we don't need those, and the logo.svg, which is that little spinning React icon that you guys saw. And then it's going to start freaking out because it's like, oh my god, that you got rid of files that shouldn't be gotten rid of. So I'm going to go ahead and hide the terminal. For now, but we basically just need to clean this up. We go ahead, delete that, and then here I just get rid of this entire block, right? So this entire block, and then let's just go ahead and say like let's just call it YouTube. Let's just say hello clever programmers. Nice. Right, so hello clever programmers, and then we save it, and then guys, you'll get this, you get to this screen, right? So once you're on this screen, what I see, so you can see the text is still centered, right? So we still have some CSS that's in play. So what you want to go ahead and do is go to app.css, go ahead and just get rid of everything there. And then once you save that, you'll see it actually snapped over. So if I go ahead and undo that and click save, you see that? Like that's with the sort of CSS that's automatically there. But once we go ahead and delete that and I save it, you can see it automatically gets rid of a lot of the code that was the sort of
That's what when you remove CSS or when you add CSS.
when I remove their CSS.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, because they kind of add some CSS. We don't want any rules, so we just have a blank canvas to work from.
Gotcha.
Yeah, and then what I like to do is add one more rule. So guys, can you see like over here, right? We get this like kind of empty space like up here. So you see this, like we get this empty margin, and it's always annoying, right? Like we don't want this empty margin here. So what we need to do to get rid of that is,
Guys, how do you think we could get rid of that? Drop that in the comments.
yeah, let us know. Literally, yeah, exactly. That's a really good point. So we can go ahead and let us know in the comments. We also have, guys, just in case you're wondering, we do have a bunch of styling in here, right? And then you can see they actually do apply the sort of magic rule up here, but that doesn't always work. I like to actually, we can add it in at this level, but you see like they've done it here, margin 0. But the actual thing is, and we'll see if it comes through. I think it's a little bit delayed on the comments. But what I would say here, guys, is the magic rule that we're looking for is basically we want to say to everything, go ahead and give everything a margin of 0. And look, this is what the app looks like before, right? And as soon as I hit save, so I'm about to hit save on this right now. So as soon as I hit save, boom, watch what happens.
Boom.
You see that?
There we go. Nice.
Yeah,
Okay.
so it kind of snapped to the top left corner. And that is basically like going to be, that's a like quite an important step because, yeah, there we go. Everyone got it right. Nice.
Dang, look at that.
Look at that.
Eon stories set margin 0. Looks like goal margin 0. Dang, a lot. You guys are killing it.
Yeah, look, we got everyone here. We got margin, padding. Oh, someone said padding as well. Okay, interesting. Interesting.
Yeah, too. Padding as
we
well.
do padding as well. Yeah. So the point is that way, at least you've got a blank canvas that you can kind of work from, right? So now what we're going to do is, so Naz, this is actually the first time we've gone into a build where pretty much nothing's prepared.
Oh, seriously?
Yeah, so nothing's prepared right now.
it.
Yeah, this is entirely like we just have to build this out. Like,
all right, let's do. Actually, hold on, bro. Since we're doing it like this,
yeah.
Can you do VS Code share? Can you?
Yeah, let's do it.
Let's do it.
Let's do it, guys. So VS Code, let's set up live share right now. So start a collaboration session. There we go.
Yeah, just send to me in Slack as well. Send to me in Slack.
Yeah. There you go.
Guys, by the way, guys, who was able to finish the cover tracker? I know a lot of you guys probably saw this. Who was able to finish the cover tracker? Let us know in the comments below. That was an epic video.
Yeah, like everyone seemed to love that video, dude.
Yeah.
That one took off like crazy.
Yeah.
And that was actually pretty cool. That was showing you guys how to use an API with React, and it looks beautiful at the end, guys. So definitely worth going and checking that one out if you're interested. Let's go and see. So now the
And
stream will be more.
you can share your locals as well.
Oh yeah, okay. So guys, yeah, when you're sharing, right, you see Nas just joined in, right? So you can see over here it says Nas just joined your collaboration session. So that's the first thing you want to do, and then that basically you guys can see that Nas is in here right now, which is so dope. That means we can code together, right? Now you see when we have an app running at localhost 3000. So this is the app running at localhost 3000. Basically, what you guys want to go ahead and do is share that port. So now if I go and show you, so I think I am sharing 3000.
Oh, you are? Okay.
Yeah, so if you click on
Yeah,
this
you
one
are.
right here,
Yeah, it looks like you are.
yeah, if you click on that right there, then it means that basically Nas can access my local, which is insane. It means we can code together, we can do everything sort of together. Nice. Okay, there you go. And guys, it's like Google Docs. It's like a real time Google Docs.
This is epic, man. Holy shit.
Yeah, it's crazy, right?
Yeah.
So now, guys, what we're gonna do now is because we pretty much are like in a very experimental phase. This one's kind of more to show them like pretty much like
Mhm.
you know how we go from like building the app out and like
Yeah.
how we go from styling it all, and we can kind of ask questions while we answer questions while we do it. But it's sort of like
Mhm.
showing them that like if we were like it's natural to run into those debugging problems, and it's natural
Right.
to sort of face those issues that you face, like so yeah, the first thing that we were gonna do, guys, is go ahead and actually sort of break this down. So I showed everyone earlier that like you were
Mhm.
basically gonna go ahead and like this is a component, the header component. We're gonna go ahead and roughly build this out, and then go ahead and sort of build like this little sidebar. And we're gonna get it roughly sort of looking like not exactly at this point. We just kind of want to outline it first.
Right.
And even these little cards, you see, like just get them to a point where we can pretty much get them in place, and then we'll sort of style it and get it tweaked.
Right. And so the goal is pretty much to create like a almost like a YouTube clone, right? Like a YouTube clone, but a way to test thumbnails. Is that what you're saying?
Exactly that. Yeah. So
Okay.
it's a
All
YouTube
right.
clone to test out thumbnails. So in this, and we're also going to have support for this screen. So you see on this screen, so when you click on the search bar, we're going to basically have it so it goes to /search just as a sort of
Mhm.
test. And then this will
Okay.
render like this kind of view, and we'll basically show what it looks like on this screen, which would be fun.
Nice.
Would be kind of cool, right? Obviously,
Got it.
guys, all of this stuff is like extra. We don't. This is all sort of extra plugin. This isn't here on the actual YouTube, so you won't see all
Yeah.
that stuff. Okay, dope. So let's get
So
started.
so what should we should we like write down some of the steps like think of it like a to do like steps in terms of like so we have them kind of like in a process space. What do you think?
Yeah, let's do it. So let me
Let's do
open
it.
up some kind of notes, right? Or we could do it on. I think we can do it on code, right? We can do it on.
Yeah, do it. Yeah, like what I like to I like to create like a README file, like an MD file, like a README file.
Nice. Do that.
And then name it like a to do.md or whatever it is you want to name it, and then yeah, beautiful,
Nice.
beautiful. There we go.
And you can hit that little thing right here, and it shows you a really nice little preview. You see that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And that's cool,
That's
right?
nice. That's
Right.
really cool.
So let's do this. All right. So steps.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and do steps. So the steps that we're gonna basically have, guys, to get going. Oh, nice. Smart catching up. Hey, look at that. So you can see. There we go.
Yeah.
You got the steps. I don't know. How do you do like one? Oh, there you go. Nice.
Yeah.
So first step, guys, is let's go ahead and maybe like let's go and build the header, maybe.
Mhm.
Yeah. So the header component. Step 2. Should we maybe do the sidebar?
Yeah, let's do the sidebar.
Yeah.
Let's do the sidebar, and then yeah, and then I would see, and then the main component.
Yeah. So let's build.
Main body component, I would say, right?
Yeah. So build body and card component, right?
Yeah.
We have a sidebar.
And then
And there we go. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
And then we can go ahead and say, so I think once we get this page going, maybe it'll be a good idea to sort of figure out, like that sort of how we're going to solve that problem of where we click on a thumbnail. So when we go ahead and we click on like a thumbnail over here and like, so I was thinking maybe like some kind of pop-up, which opens like a drag and drop sort of thing. So you drag and drop a file and it saves it to state and it basically, like it will render it here.
So will we have any default images in there? That's question one, right? Will there be any default images?
Yeah, so good question. So I think maybe like what we could do actually is maybe have like this one and this one to be like placeholders, and everything else would have like a default image.
Yeah.
We could
Okay,
do
let's do that. Let's have like if you see that image, right? That could be basically like You can almost have. I mean, I'm not sure like what's easier, if a drag and drop is easier or what is easier.
Yeah.
But we could probably have that box just be a drag and drop, and then and that's it pretty much, right?
Yeah, I mean something like that, right? Like, or some kind of like upload file button or something.
Yeah.
Like you get that little like a little upload file button on there.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, like when you hover over, right? Like when you hover over it.
Yeah, like we could do
Yeah.
that, like a
Yeah.
hover over thing, or like even like because we basically want to be able to even customize this stuff, you know.
True, 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 true.
So some
Hmm.
kind of a modal maybe like that pops up when we click on the thumbnail. That could be cool.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, I like that idea. That's probably a better and easier idea. So when you click, because a modal is easy to bring up, right? Like
Yeah,
modal is very easy. So basically, when you click on the thumbnail, it brings up a modal. You choose an image, you choose the title, you choose anything you want to change, and that's
yeah,
it, and it saves it.
yeah. Let's go. Yeah, exactly. Let's do that, and then we can put the title, the description, the sort of
Yeah,
order and stuff like that, right? Yeah, that'd be
yeah,
dope. That'd be dope. Let's go
yeah,
ahead and do that. So
yeah.
guys,
So
like, if you guys find this exciting, because this is like literally me and Nas are building this. We've never done this, right? So it's like we're live as well doing this for you guys as well.
this is gonna be really interesting, I will say.
Yeah. So we're gonna run into issues. Hopefully it all goes smooth. Nice.
Okay.
Awesome. Let's go
Oh,
ahead.
I don't think it will go smooth. I'll be honest with you, that's for
Yeah.
sure. But we're gonna finish it. That's the most important
We are gonna finish it exactly. So we are gonna build the header, gonna build the sidebar component, build the body and card, and then let's go ahead and maybe get that build modal component, right?
thing. Mm-hmm.
And I guess like something like and solve the thumbnail, solve the thumbnail stuff. Yeah, right? So we'll go ahead and we'll just tackle this when we get to
Let's
that
just
point.
let's just make this. Let's just make point five, or just like imagine like one, but just build some stuff.
Yeah,
But like point five, just build some stuff. That's point five.
exactly. Like build shit. There we go.
Guys, drop in the comments below if you just want to build shit. If you just want to
Exactly.
build shit, just drop that in the
Just go
comment
ahead and
below.
build shit, you know? Like dope. Okay, nice. Right, I think we should jump in. So step one, building the header component. So this is the step that we are on right now. Oh god, what happened there? Okay. We are on this step right here. So building the header component. So the
Yep.
YouTube header, what I tend to do is whenever I do a clone or something, right? I just go ahead over to the app and I'll basically go ahead and inspect it. And I kind of just like grab everything from it. So I kind of grab the sort of rough dimensions, like we've got a YouTube logo over here. And then you sort of like just sort of piece it together like that, I guess. Like even this right here, because we're not going to be implementing the full sort of functionality. This is just to get a rough sort of look and feel of the YouTube app, right?
Right,
So in this case,
right.
we have like a YouTube sort of logo on the top left, the search box, which would be cool, and then sort of like this stuff is all extra. But even like these 3 icons or 4 icons on the right. So good demonstration
Yeah.
of Flexbox here, right?
So are we gonna use any grid? Are we just using Flexbox, or are you gonna use any like row column grid, or no? Or just Material UI, right?
So actually, good point. Let's use Material UI. Yeah, let's use Material UI. So guys, if you guys don't know what Material UI is, it is we've used it in a bunch of projects before. Oh, oops. Material UI. Oops.
Material.
Yeah, Material. There we go. It's a popular React UI framework by Google, and it basically gives you all of the Google-looking stuff. Like you're basically gonna get
Yeah.
looks a lot like Google, like stuff like apps. So you need to run this command, which is an npm install Material UI core. So you need to go ahead and open up your code and basically do this command. So it's going to be, I like to go ahead and open up a second terminal. So you have the left one running the app, the right one running the other stuff. So let's go ahead and make this one much smaller. There we go. And we do npm install Material UI core. And Naz, did you know you don't actually have to do -- save?
What do you? Oh, when you do npm install?
Yeah.
Why? Really? Since
Yeah,
when?
like, I don't know. Kazi told me this, and then I read up on it. And apparently nowadays, like with the new version, by default it saves to the package dependencies.
Oh, dang, Kazi, you fancy, man. You fancy.
That's cool, right? Yeah. You don't have to do that anymore. Like, saves that headache.
Okay, I didn't know that. Honestly, dang. All right, cool.
Yeah. So guys,
Last steps.
that successfully installed. So you can see there, like everything's sort of done. It says added your packages, and that is all done. So now we can go ahead and drop that down. But like what we're gonna do first, guys, is go ahead and sort of introduce a component here. So some kind of header, right? So like this, right? Obviously this doesn't exist right now. So what I would go ahead and do is go ahead and create a file called header.js like this. And then guys, really cool extension that we talk about a lot is something called, it's called React. Oh no, is it Snippets? Wait, Snippets. ES7. There you go. ES7 Snippets. So this one right here. So this top one right here, guys. Go ahead and install this. Like this is such a good extension. And what it basically does is it gives you like these snippets. So for example, where we have a header right here, what we can do is we can do RFCE, and basically boom, it gives you the whole React sort of code for that, and it even inputs the file name, which is dope.
Yeah.
That saves you a bunch of headache. So
actually, I'm actually really curious, guys. Who knows what like this is right here, like this function header? Like, if you know, I'm really curious because I always say this is what you're learning kind of React at the same time.
yeah.
Like, who knows like what is this? Like, what is this? Like, what kind of a component is this? You know,
Yeah.
if you do know, drop that in the comments below, and we'll see if you guys are right. But yeah, let's continue on.
Exactly. And like guys, I always see comments about like class based versus functional and those sort of style of things, right? Like all we're doing here is we're basically writing something called a functional component. So this is a functional component, right? And basically the purpose of this is it's just a function. It's literally a JavaScript function which returns some JSX. And JSX is basically JavaScript where you can basically have some JavaScript code inside of it. So you can say like ABC. And obviously this isn't going to do much, but like you can actually go ahead and like you could do something like this, return ABC, or like something similar like that. But you could basically do a bunch of stuff in here and or run JavaScript code inside, and it will just return a block of HTML. And the purpose of this, guys, is because what you want to do then is go back into your app and just pull in that header, right? And you can reuse stuff like that. So in this case, what we're going to go ahead and do is I like to basically press so if you actually go to the end of the line and you press Control Spacebar, it pops up like this and it says auto import from header. So if you do that, it pops it in, click save, go to this, click save, and then you actually go ahead and say like I am a header. Right. And what we can do now is what I like to do is I split these two files. So you drag that over there and you've got your function or your app over here, and then you've got your header component over here. And this gives you like a very nice overview of the two things, right? So what we can go ahead and do is we can go ahead and check our app. So you can see over here, now we've got like I am a header. So at the very top, it shows you I am a header. So I'm going to go and zoom in here and you can see I am a header. There we go.
Okay.
So that's nice. So now what we're going to do is we need to actually go ahead and make it look like this header, right? So there's a bunch of things that we need to do to get it to this point. So the first
does MaterialUI have a header like that? Maybe at this point.
We can check. We can definitely check. So let's go ahead and check. Material.
I would check like a nav, like MaterialUI nav or something.
Let's go ahead and have a look. So you've got, let's search. So nav. I think they've got like a bottom navigation. So a bottom navigation like this kind of thing. You see. But then we need like a top navigation. So they have, I don't think they do. They have, I think, but what we could do here is, to be honest, it's literally just a case of it's a white background. So it's a white background. And then we can use Flexbox to get this styling. And basically what we can do is we can say that the search, so this field right here takes up most of the space. So you see like it takes up pretty much all of the middle. And then this gets pushed to the left and this stuff gets pushed to the right. So those of you who are comfortable with Flexbox or you've used Flexbox before, definitely let us know in the comments, because we love Flexbox and we use it all the time on the channel. Yeah, that'd be. I think we should definitely drop maybe a Flexbox Froggy kind of video. You know?
Oh, that'd be cool. That'd be cool. If you guys want to see a Flexbox Froggy, a Flexbox tutorial with a fun game, let us know in the comments below, and we'll do a live call like that as well.
Exactly,
guys. Yeah, just let us know.
No, we don't. Right, so jumping back in, guys, we have the header and then we have this right here. So what I might actually go ahead and do is actually to make it very quick to show them the app. Let me go ahead and pull the app in here as well. And then that way we can go ahead and do this. We can show like this is what the app looks like. Oh, nice. Oops, that's actually not using up the full space. I hate it when Chrome goes, full screen by default.
Yeah. Oh, I know. Yeah.
It's so annoying. Like what you need to do is just do this, boom, and then there we go. That's better. Nice.
Nice.
Yep,
Nice.
I'm a
Nice.
header. There we go. All right.
Beautiful.
So guys, we have the app here. So we have the header and this and that, and then the goal is to get it to this point, right? So the first thing that we can notice is that oops, and this is now too low. I need to get this. There we go. Yep. So the first thing is a white background, guys. We want to get a white background here. So let's go ahead and get that done. So in the code, basically, imagine this is our container. So this is going to be the thing surrounding it. So I like to just draft it out. So we have like the YouTube logo on the left. We have the search box in the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have the sort of the remainder. So let's just call them the right side logos, right?
Mm-hmm.
So the right side logos. And basically you can see here, we have pretty much like a rough sort of scale or outline of what we're going to do now. So on the top left, we'll have the YouTube logo, middle, we'll have the search box, and then right side logos. And then what I like to use is something called BEM. So here, everything should follow like a convention where it's the component, and then it's like the element that you're talking about. So in this case, the parent component usually has the component's name as your class name for your outside container. So we have header here. And then what we need to do is make a header.css file to include some CSS here. So let's go ahead and do that. And to use this, so I'll make this a bit easier for you guys to see. So to use this now, we need to import it. So let's go ahead and import. Let's do header.css. There we go. And now.
Oh, so you import the CSS into individual files, right? Not like into a batch index file, right?
Exactly, yeah. And then that means that your styling is basically component specific. So
Gotcha.
what I like to do sometimes is pull over the CSS file on the left and the code on the right, and then this is a really nice way of seeing like your stuff like left, like left to right.
Yeah.
So here, what we can do is just to get a rough sort of demonstration, we can do like H1 logo, H2 like H1 search box, and then here H1. Let's just say right logos, okay? So what I like to do is just sort of get a rough thing. So right now you can see like there's these three things and they're just stacked on top of each other, right?
Yeah.
Which is obviously like not what we want. So guys, what we can do here is we can actually apply flexbox. So imagine what we've actually done right now is this is the header that we've just created. So this right here. But by default, what happens is the display type is something called block. And block just naturally puts one element. It gives one element full width and it basically takes up an entire row and then it basically just stacks them like this, right?
Yeah. So how do we fix that, guys? Like how like, if you know that, how do we fix that issue? I'm sure you guys know that. Drop that in the comments below if you do. We'll give you some extra points.
Exactly. Now, are you coming through right now? 1 second. It says it is coming through, right? Yeah.
Yeah. Should be able to.
Okay. Yeah, because it says it is coming through, yeah.
Yeah.
Has a little I hope so.
You guys hear me? Like if you guys hear me, let us know. Let me know in the comments. Or let us know in the comments. Like, can you hear me? Like, yo, what's up? You know?
Yeah. Naz, have you got the comments open right now?
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, nice. Okay, dope. Let's go. So right now, what we are going to do is actually, so guys, what we need to do now is we need to change this display type. So it goes and uses the flexbox rules, right? So now what we're going to go ahead and do is we have the header, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to target the header and we're going to say display. So by default, it gives it display block, right? Which is where it stacks them on top of each other. It stacks all the children elements. So this is our parent, this one right here. And then these are all children inside of it, right? So now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and basically do display flex. Now, before I click save, guys, I'm going to click save on this, but watch what happens here, right? So as soon as I click save, look at the difference it makes. So I'm going to go ahead and actually open this on 2 screens so we can do a cool little demo whenever I do stuff like that. So let me go ahead and do this. So yeah, so as soon as I hit save, guys, look what happens. So watch this. So as soon as I hit save, it goes display flex, but it goes into a row. Do you see that? So everything kind of stacked on top, like next to each other. Right?
Beautiful. Just so easy. Just display flex, guys. Seriously.
And display flex by default is going to actually just go ahead and put everything in a row, and it will only use up the space it needs to use. So now what we can go ahead and do is actually go and basically do the following. So we can say right now they're all next to each other and it hasn't got any rules. So we can say justify content space between. And what this will do is as soon as I save this, so like before I hit save, so right now it's just without, and if I click save, what I can do is, you see that?
There we go. Nice.
So if I undo that, there we go. It has this, and if I redo it, space between goes ahead and does that.
And we can even do like the space evenly, which will make it like even like put some padding on the right hand side as well. So if you do like, for example, if you try like space evenly, for example.
Yeah. So as soon as I hit save, check that out. Nice.
That might not have been the best. Yeah. Let's put it back to space between.
But that's a cool use case, yeah. So like in some situations you might want space evenly, but in our case we want space between, so it'll push it like everything to its sort of appropriate space, right?
Yeah.
And that's nice. Okay, so that's pretty much, we're getting there. So the next part is, what I like to do now is actually sort of put containers around these different areas, because right now we have these single elements which are basically is not very useful for us, right? Like the logo, yeah, sure, could be the first child, but I like to go ahead and do the following. I use emmet, which is like this shortcut for writing class names. So I do div dot, and then here we could say header, let's just say logo, and you see that it pops in and it actually gives us a container with all of the stuff. So
you are too fancy, Sonny.
I know, dude. British shortcut, you know. So what we can do there is we can go ahead and do the same for the search box. So div dot header search, and we can go ahead and copy that in there. And we can do the same for this one. So we can say div header.
And while Sonny is doing this, guys, so just like keep in mind, like, you know, the way we build this stuff, and, you know, Sonny, anybody else, you know, you can see how we like to just right away, you know, put down the HTML, put down the structure. And then with the CSS, we figure that out later, right? Sonny right now, he put down the logo, the search box, the right logos, right? He put the HTML structure down right away. And then after that, we go ahead and we play with CSS to see how we want to make it look like. So always just keep that in mind, because it's always a really good process to go through as you're building, you know, anything pretty much, you know, anything on the web.
Exactly. I'm just wondering. So you went live on the wrong one. Oh snap! I actually didn't change the. Oh, I didn't change the restream. Oh damn it! Okay, it's. I think I overwrit a live stream.
Wait, what?
Yeah. Oh, really? Oh man. Well, I think I didn't change the event. Oh damn it! I changed everything with the event.
No, it will create a new one.
Oh right, will it?
I think it will just create a new one, because that event has already expired.
Oh okay, nice. All right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we're good. Crisis averted. All right, nice.
Oh, that's hilarious.
So now, guys, we can see like we've got it sort of near enough. Like we just need this sort of input and like a logo here. So we're gonna quickly tackle that. So let's go ahead and do that. So here we have a search box. So instead, we just want to input. And we need a button, so like this. So let's just get, and the button would have an icon inside of it. So let's just type in icon for now. And here we should have something like this. So wait a minute, this isn't right.
Where's the input? Oh my. Oh, that's very large.
This is because wait, this is strange.
Yeah. Where's the input though still?
Let me show you on this screen, because this is actually the correct screen. So there we go. Okay, so it's very tiny.
There we go. Okay.
Super small over here, guys. But what we want to do is basically, you see that input is tiny. So right now, that's really hard to see. I don't know why it doesn't come up on this screen for some reason.
Really?
Yeah, it's being strange. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, nice. Yeah. So guys, you see like this right here. So it's very hard to see, but like this right here is the search bar. Okay. And right now, we want this to take up the majority of the space here, right? So the way we fix that is we need to say that this child should use
flex.
Yeah, it should use flex 1 exactly.
Yeah, which what that does is that gives it basically like a weight. If you think of like a hierarchy, right? I think of a hierarchy. What's more important? It's going to give that input box a much higher importance value and a hierarchy value, which will allow it to kind of grow and you know, take up as much space as it can.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So think of it as weights, guys. Yeah. So initially everything has like an equal weight, but now if we
Mhm.
say that the header search should have like more weight, so let's say it's got flex 1, what this will
Mhm.
do is, so like before I hit save on this, notice how right now it's very difficult to see this, but you see like, let me go ahead and point to it. So you see like this right here, like as soon as I hit save, look what happens. So I hit save, and then I think oh no, oops, I need to hit save properly. One sec. Let's hit save. And then you see like what actually happened was it did move over, right? Because
Yeah.
what has actually happened is right now there's like an invisible sort of, like it's saying take up all of this space right now, but it's just left aligned because there's two children, which is the input and this button, right?
Right. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So we got the input, we got the logos. Okay, so we got that. Should we put in like a logo, like a YouTube logo to see how that's gonna start to look like?
Yeah, because right now this looks horrible. Yeah.
Some
So
images down, yeah.
yeah, exactly. This looks horrible, right? So, guys, what we can use is we can go ahead and use something called Material UI Icons, right? Which is really cool. So, Material UI Icons. If we go here to Icons, and what we can do is to install it. This is actually a really handy thing, right? So, you can see they've got this search full list of icons. So if we go ahead and click that, it will pull up the Material UI icons, like a little search panel. And what we could do is in the YouTube search, you see they've got this little nice sort of search hourglass, right? So if we go into Material UI and we type in search, there you go. We have it right there.
Dang, man. Okay, I like that. Okay, let's
If
do
we,
it.
if we click that, it actually goes ahead and it even gives us the code that we need, which is dope.
Nice.
Like,
I like that.
yeah. So in order to get that usable, what we need to do is we need to do npm install Material UI Icons, like right here. And then we go back to our code, pull up a terminal, and then we just need to run the following. So I'm just trying to
Mm-hmm.
see, because I don't think they can actually see there we go. So if I bring that slightly higher,
Yeah.
there you go. So now if I go ahead and do npm install Material UI Icons,
Mm-hmm.
that will actually go ahead and pull in the icons that we need. So that will actually go ahead and do what we want. So you can see right now it's actually installing everything down here. Oops,
Right.
that's not an arrow. Yeah, there you go.
It's like a bow.
Yeah.
I don't know what that is.
That is horrible. Right. So I think at this point, while that's doing that, let's go ahead and just carry on with the build. So right now the header, let's leave it there for a sec. One second.
Mm-hmm.
Leave it there for a sec, because this is more of a, one second. Let's go ahead and
Yeah.
carry on. Right. So we've got the header, right? And then we were saying the next step was to do, oops.
The YouTube logo, is that what we said? YouTube logo? Wait, are we finishing up, like complete the header, finishing up the complete the header, or what?
No, we can carry on. Yeah, we can carry on.
Yeah.
I was going to roughly sort of draft it out, like kind of have
Okay.
like the sidebar in place, and then
Okay, let's do. I like that way better. I like to basically just have a structure down, and then we can put all the other things down. So yeah, let's do that.
yeah. So we
Yeah.
have the header, and then we said next on the list was the to do. So let's go ahead and check out. It was the sidebar, right? So in order to get the sidebar up and going, so what we now need to do is do this. So let's go ahead and do so sidebar. So this will be a sidebar component. And now what we need to do in order to get a sidebar up is we go ahead, create a new file, and we call it sidebar.js. And
Nice.
RFCE goes ahead and pulls everything in, right? So that's that little shortcut that we said. And just to prove that everything's nice, we need to go ahead and type in I am a sidebar, like this, like that, right? And then what we need to do is if you remember, click on the end of this, do control space bar, and it says auto import from sidebar, and you can actually sort of little trick there to sort of get everything going. And now what you can see is, you see like this is where we had everything before. So you had the top part, and then it just rendered in the sidebar, right?
Yeah.
Oops. So let's go ahead. Yeah, so it rendered in the sidebar here. Nice. So now what we want to do is,
So I think Sonny, with the sidebars, if we have the sidebar, so if you're looking at this right here, you see what I'm doing here,
yeah,
right? So if we have, for example, because since we're doing the structure, if we have a sidebar, and let's say, and I just kind of put this down, and then we have the main, right? What do we want to call it? The main thing that's going to have the actual YouTube logos or YouTube thumbnails. What is it? What should we call that?
so you're talking about this part, right? Let's go over back to
The
you.
main part.
So all of this, right?
Yeah, like that. Yeah, exactly. What
Yep.
shall we call that, for
So
example?
let's call this, let's just call it the sort of, should we call it videos container or something like that? Or video,
Um, yeah, I mean, we can
let's just,
call it like we can call it like video container, sidebar, or we can call it like main container as
yeah,
well.
let's just call it main container for now. So when
Yeah,
we refer to the main container, guys, we're talking about this right here. So this
yeah,
entire sort of container right
yeah,
here. Yeah.
yeah. But yeah, exactly. But the reason why, like, I kind of break this down. So if you go back to the code, for example, right? If you go back to Um, so with this, right, I feel like I think what's gonna happen is because we have the sidebar on the left and the main container on the right, you almost have to wrap these in a div, right? Almost kind of like in a div, right? Because then, hold on, let me remove that. Because that is what will allow us to have like a sidebar,
Yep.
right? And a main container be next to each other, right?
Yep.
Correct? Okay. Okay.
Exactly. Yeah. So it's a really good point that Nas said, guys. When you want to have this, remember by default, this is gonna have display type block, which means it's gonna basically put things on top of each other. But what we actually need is we need it to look like we need the logo on the sort of side, the header at the top, but then we need the
Mhm.
sidebar on the left, and then the
Mhm.
main container on the right, right?
Right.
Just how they have it in YouTube. So right now, like you can see the header's always at the top, and then you
Mhm.
have this sidebar on the left, and then
Mhm.
you have everything on the right. So if Nas is right, yeah. So we need to wrap that. So it's a really good point
Yeah.
there.
Okay.
So what we can do is we can go ahead and apply some BEM here. So we can say app, class name. Then we can say class name equals app underscore underscore, And here, let's just call this one.
Mm.
Let's just
God, naming is always the hardest thing in development.
Yeah, and this is what I mean. Like, this is where they see the actual live, like the sort of
You
struggles.
know?
Yeah. So we've got app, and then we've got app. Let's just call it. Let's just say the page. So the rest of the page, right?
Sure.
Because this would
Yeah,
be
yeah.
the header,
Okay.
and this would be the rest of the page.
And you can say like homepage because we'll have like a different page later on, right? Which is going to have like right? You can say the homepage, like for
Oh
example.
yeah, app.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh yeah, but we'll introduce React Router to get that done.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Gotcha. Okay.
Nice. And we'll see how the build goes up to the first page point, and if it's enough, like for like like we'll see how we go on with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Sure that.
So now
Love
that
it.
we've got the app page here, and basically so like what Nas mentioned earlier, so it says main container is not defined. Oh yeah, this one here. So for now, I'm just gonna go ahead and point out. So like right now, you can see like, actually no, let's go ahead and build that container because we're actually gonna need that, right?
Yeah.
Yep. So let's go ahead and add that. So go here, close this file. Oops, you can save that. We need to go ahead and let me make this visible. We need to go ahead and create a file and call it the main container.js.
Mhm.
And we do our little trick, RFCE, boom. And then here, guys, remember, like, just say like H1. Here is where the videos goes. Here's where videos go.
Nice.
Something like that, right? And
Yeah.
then inside of the app, so let's go open up our app. So now you can see like we have the main container. Remember, we need to pull that in, otherwise it's going to freak out. So if you open up your terminal, so let me go ahead and close this one. So you can see like even your terminal is going to give you all of this stuff. So like if you're not always like, say you've got a small screen and you don't want to keep doing back and forth, you can actually use
Mhm.
your terminal as your sort of like place of sort of knowing where an error is and things like that. So we do this, and sometimes it doesn't work, that trick. So you need to do
Mhm.
something like import main container from main container,
Mhm.
and then that works. And now you
Nice.
can see, there we go. So I'm a sidebar. Here's where the side videos go. So let's make it easier. So let's go ahead and get rid of that so it's not as confusing. And now you can see, guys, we've got the header at the top, right? And then we
Mhm.
have I am a sidebar, and we have this is where let me bring that in a bit. Yeah, we say here is where the videos go, right? So Naz, what's the next step right now? So like right now these are block. How do we get this
Yeah.
to look the way we need it?
So guys, so if we have them, you can see that I'm a sidebar, and then here's where the videos go, right? They are kind of on top of each other. So what we want to do is we want to bring it to the left and to the right hand of each other. So we want them to be basically next to each other, just like how we have it on the YouTube page, right? Sidebar on the left, the main page is on the right. So the next step is to convert that from where being on top of each other to being to the left and to the right hand side of each other. And what we can use for that, as I'm sure you all know, what can we use for that? Drop that in the comments below. But we can use for that something called display flex, and if we try that out, that should be the thing to fix it.
Awesome. Exactly that. So flex is your best friend, guys. Like here, what we can do is we can go ahead and target it. And we can say that container should have display flex. Ben DeLoyola says flex again. Yep. We're going to see a
Yep.
lot of flex. So display flex. And as soon as what I'm going to do here is I'm going to do that little neat trick so we can see it in action before I save it. So just as I save it now, what we should see is it goes from a display block. So this and this, it should snap to the side of each other, right? So as soon as I hit save, there you go. Nice. Right?
Nice.
Awesome. And what we can do here is, what I like to do here is actually like, whenever you have like a sidebar or something like that, let's just go back to the code. So whenever you have like a sidebar or something, so let's go here. Like firstly, let's create the corresponding sort of CSS files because we want our sidebar to have some styling. So let's go ahead and do sidebar.css. And let's go ahead and do main container.css. And remember, you need to import these into the components, guys. So I see a lot of people actually make that mistake when they're learning that. Why is my CSS not being applied? It's because you're most likely not pulling it in at this point. So I made this mistake a bunch when I was learning. So I'd forget to write this. And yeah, and then you're writing all sorts of CSS rules in here, and then you're freaking out as to why they're not being used. That's most likely the reason. Nas, can you believe it? My command key is actually chipping away now.
What do you mean chipping away? Like you can't use it anymore?
No, as in the actual text on my command key is actually slowly chipping away.
Oh man.
It's aggressive coding, right?
Why are you being so aggressive with it, huh?
I know, right? It's like slowly chipping away. It's so sad. Like,
come on.
yeah. Needs to get there, man. Damn it. All right, so we have the sidebar. There you go. We have the sidebar, and now what we can do is, and if you guys are wondering how I keep pulling up this shortcut right here, it's just Command P, and you can actually go ahead and type in stuff, and then you bring up your file. Really nice way of like speeding up your workflow. It's nice. We have the sort of main container, and we have the sidebar, and this is where you want to get to, like a high-level overview of everything. So now what I like to do usually is actually sort of draw like an imaginary border around everything. So you can kind of see like from the get-go what it all looks like, right? So the sidebar, what we can go ahead and do is we can go ahead and say, so this div, we need to say class name is sidebar. And we also want the main container to have its own class name of main container, like that. And then what we can say is main container can have a border of 1 pixel solid black, right? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click save, and you should see it pop in here. So now you see that it just popped in that black border, right?
Okay.
So what we're going to do is we're going to go to sidebar.css and do the same thing. We're going to say sidebar. I'm going to say 1 pixel, border, 1 pixel solid black. And then as soon as I hit save, we'll see that. There we go.
Nice.
It's always a nice way to do that, because then what you can actually go ahead and do now is actually do what Nas talked about earlier, which is that sort of weighing, like where you have determined the weights of things, right?
Yeah.
So like if we look at the actual YouTube app, we can notice that like the sort of split here is like, what would you say the split is here, like between the sidebar as opposed to the rest of the app? So like how much?
I would say it's like 20%.
Yeah, it's like 20%, right? And then all of this stuff kind of gets like about 80%, right?
Yeah.
So we want this side to have like 80% and this side to have 20%. So the sidebar should have 20% and the and the main content should have 80%, right? So in order to get to that point, what we want to do is go ahead and do what we talked about earlier, which is in the weighing. So would that be here, Nas?
So to weigh it, well, actually, guys, would it be here? Would we set the weight inside the class name app page, or where we do that?
Yeah.
5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hey.
Well, this will be on the sidebar and the main container. So if we actually go to the sidebar, and we go to the sidebar CSS, right?
Yep. Oh,
Sidebar, yeah, the sidebar one, right?
right. Is this? Oh, yeah, yeah. Of course, you're right. Yeah, it'll be in the side, but it'll be in the child, guys.
Exactly, exactly. So if we go to the sidebar CSS, then what we need to do is we need to set the flags for the sidebar. We need to set the flags for that to be what?
Yep. So here, remember we previously gave the search bar 1 because we said take up as much room as you want.
Yeah.
But in this
Yeah.
case, and guys, just so you know, the value here is between 0 and 1. So
Mm-hmm.
like you choose a value between 0 and 1. So in this case, we said 20%, right? Which is 0.2.
0.2. Okay, beautiful.
And as soon as we hit save on that, we should see, I'm not sure if we'll see actually much difference here, but we can actually go ahead and try. So if I do 0.2 now, you can see,
Yeah.
okay, yeah, so you used up
Okay,
20%.
yeah.
Nice, right?
Yeah.
So let's go
And
ahead.
then the other one, which is where the videos go, the other one, which is the main container, right? That one is going to be 0. Guys, what 0.8? I mean, you should know that. Oh, but actually, I just told you the answer. Never mind. I was like, wait, hold on.
Exactly.
I just told you the answer.
0.8, exactly. So we
But
do that before I hit save. So let's go have a look. And as soon as I hit save, boom, nice.
nice, beautiful. And what we can actually do, guys, is what can we do now? What do you think? Because what can we do so because we can kind of have it right now where it's like in a very like role type level. How can we make the sidebar and then where the videos go actually be a full screen almost? Like what can we do about that? What do you think, Sonny?
So I think we can use we can set the height of it, right? We can set the
Okay.
height to be using. I actually always run into this issue. I mean, I always do this, so I would say like something like height, and then I'll do. I think it's like 100. Is it view height or is it 100%?
You can do VH, but that's gonna actually create, because it's below the navigation bar, that is going to create basically like a scrollable. So actually
Yeah.
do VH right now. Do VH and you'll see what I mean. Do VH.
As soon as I hit save, watch what happens, guys. So there you go. But you see, it scrolls down because we're not accounting for this top bit.
Yeah.
So it's saying 100% of the view height, but then the view height is actually there. You see that? So it goes over.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. So the only way for us to fix that, so check this out. I'm gonna take over here some coding here for a second, okay?
Go for it.
So if we go ahead and if we go to app.js, right? Which are you in app.js?
Oh yeah. Let me. Yep.
Yeah.
So apps.js.
Yeah. So follow me here for a second, okay? So if you can.
Yep. I'm following you now.
Beautiful. So if we're in app.js, right? In order for us to basically have it where, where the whole thing is vertical, 100%, we have to go all the way to the parent container, which is what? Which is the app, right?
Yep.
So if we go to our app.css and we set the app, we're going to say, hey, the app, right? That's going to be our .app.
Yep.
.app. Hey, the app, let's make that to be a height of, 100 VH, okay? 100 VH, okay?
Right.
So that's going to be a height of 100 VH. That's going to make the whole app height, okay? And so then at that point, what's going to happen? So that's going to now make the whole app vertical height 100 VH, which is good, all right?
Oh.
And then
I didn't know that, dude.
So now, So now now the header, okay, that's going to be your flex item, and then this item is also going to be your also flex item. So if we have the header, that's just being at the top, that's just at the top, okay?
Yeah.
What can we do to this to take up the rest of the space?
Wait.
What can we do?
We can.
So here.
Go on.
So
yep.
the header is at the top, correct?
Yep.
Right. That's gonna take up as much space as it wants to.
Yep.
This other container, though, we want this to take up the rest of the space. So what do?
We could do a height of 100%.
Well, no, but remember we're using flex.
Okay. So
So
what would we
here,
do there?
app.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say display flex here on the app. Okay. So display flex.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Right. And I'm gonna say what? I'm gonna say flex direction.
And then we can
direction
say
what?
column.
Column, right? Because that's gonna be stacked column now. Okay.
Yeah.
Good. So I'm gonna save that now. I'm gonna save that now. I'm gonna go back to app.js. Now the header, this is fine. Div class app, this is fine. Let's actually go back to the main container and remove that 100 VH for a second here.
Okay.
Let's go to main container CSS.
Yep.
Actually, where did you put the 100 VH? On which side was it?
Sidebar.
App sidebar.
We put a sidebar height of 100 VH. Yeah.
Right there, right there. So let's remove it for here for a second, just for a second here, okay?
Okay.
I'm gonna save that here, and then let's go back to app.js, okay?
Okay.
And what we're gonna do now is we're gonna set this app page, to be what? To be what? Flex what?
We'll set
To
app
flex what?
page to be so what did we set it to 1 to use up the rest of the space, right?
Exactly. To 1, right?
Okay.
So flex 1.
Nice.
Okay. Now check this out. So let's go ahead and save this. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we actually get.
Dude,
So let's go ahead
that's
and
cool, man. I didn't because I always run into this issue as well.
refresh it. Did it refresh or no? Refresh it.
On my main screen it's actually taken effect, but on this screen it's not. So on my big screen it's this. So you see we can't actually scroll, right?
Yeah, there you go. And so now it's fully 100% vertical height, and and it's gonna take as much space as it wants to, and it's gonna be very dynamic. That's the really cool part about it.
Nice. Okay. I mean, on the smaller screen, I'm not sure. Maybe this one's caching or something. But if
You
you
can probably
check
just
on,
refresh it. No?
yeah, if you check on your, oh, there we go. Yeah. So it was caching.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
You see
Yeah.
that, guys? Like it's actually now no longer scrolling because we said the entire container has a view. That's so cool, Naz. I didn't actually know that. I actually
Yeah.
want
Yeah. Yeah.
like I actually end up like doing sort of a flex sort of hacky way of doing that. But that's a really clean way of doing that.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nice.
You have to start flex from all the way to the top of the page. When you
Yeah.
do that, when you start with using flex from the top of the page, then everything can trickle down very easily.
Oh, nice. That's actually saved me a bunch of headache. Guys, if you
Yeah.
found that useful as well, smash the thumbs up button because that was actually new for me as well. That was nice. Okay,
Yeah.
awesome. So now we have a very nice sort of layout. So this is looking sort of much more closer to sort of the YouTube. Like obviously the design's a bit different, but it looks like it's getting there. It's somewhat getting there. Right. So now let's go ahead and create the cards, I guess. Right. Right.
Okay, we can create the cards. Yeah, we can create the cards. Yeah, that's fine.
So
Yeah,
some
but
kind of card.
okay, yeah, actually, yeah, let's do that. I agree with you there. Yeah, let's do that.
So some kind of card outline, at least, right?
Mm-hmm.
Oh God, what's
Don't go into that.
Yeah. Oh, thank God it popped up on a different screen. Right. Right. So now what we're gonna do is we are gonna go ahead and do right. So the cards, right? So the cards are in the main container. So we go inside here. This is where the videos go. So basically, what we want to do is. Can you notice how inside of this right here? So, I mean, we could do this 2 ways, right? We can actually have it so it could be like flex wrap, and it would kind of just like the card components would get stacked up. So imagine what we want to do here, guys, is kind of draw. So I'll just draw it out. So like, imagine we had one of those cards here, another card here, another card here, and basically what we could do here is we could basically have it so that if there's enough room for another one, it would just show it here, or we could do it as fixed. What do you think, Naz?
I would say let's keep it to like 3. Like, or how much does YouTube have in terms of like
So YouTube,
well, I mean,
4.
so let's do 4. Let's just keep it at 4. Let's just
Okay.
keep it at.
So we won't. Okay, let's do 4. Yep. So let's do that. So now what we can go ahead and do is let's go ahead and actually make a component for this. We could say, should we call it like the? So this is actually sort of it's a sort of thumbnail, I guess, but it's not just a thumbnail. It's the entire sort of card. So should we call it like a video card? Maybe.
Yeah, let's do that. I like that.
Yeah.
I like that. Let's do a video card. Yeah.
Video card, something like this, right? So video card. And
Yeah.
then we go inside of our files and we can go ahead and do something like this, video card.js. And remember, guys, what you want to do is I'll just make this a bit clear. So we do RFCE and then boom, we get the video card. And then here, remember, guys, so I like to sort of like roughly address sort of like what it would look like inside of the code here. So if we look at the YouTube app, we have a thumbnail. So we have the sort of the image itself. So we have this right here, the image. Then we have like a title. Then we have the sort of the channel name. And then we have how many people are watching. And then we can ignore the live now because this isn't on every single one. So we just kind of want this as the bare minimum. And we also got on the left side, you see, we've also got an image here. Right, so we've also got an image there. So there's a bunch of things here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different things, right?
Right.
So if we want to go ahead and put this inside of our app, what we can kind of do is we can think of this as being the props because we're going to pass these in as props. So we can destructure at that point, and we can say, right, it's going to have a thumbnail URL, right?
Mm-hmm.
Is for the picture. It's going to have a title. It's going to have a channel name, so like a channel name.
Mm-hmm.
A number of views, so like number of views.
And then what else? Hold on, let me see.
And we also had like I guess it was like the channel that channel image URL or something. You see for
Oh,
like
yeah. You could just say channel image, right? Channel,
yes,
yeah, channel image URL. That makes sense. And then another thing is like I don't know if we want to put that in, but I was gonna say it's gonna be like when it was actually posted,
uh
like 4 years
oh,
ago, 2 hours
yeah,
ago. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah,
So in this case, should we do it as a string maybe, or should we?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, it's probably just gonna honestly, it's probably going to be a date. The way I see it, it might just be for easiest use. For easiest use, it might just let's just keep it as a string for
Yeah.
easiest use. Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
When we do the full YouTube clone, what we'll do is we'll actually go ahead and do it as a date, and then it will actually determine
Yeah.
based on that date how many months back, and we can have a database and stuff behind it. But for now, what we can say is maybe like posted, uh,
Yeah.
posted,
Date.
yeah,
Just put
posted date.
like date, and we'll just keep it as a string for now.
Yeah, so
Yeah.
posted date, right? So then that's cool. And now what we can do is, guys, what I actually like to do here is you can actually go ahead and give it like some. Actually, no, we won't do that. I mean, you could give it some default. No, let's
Mhm.
not do that because it might confuse people. Okay, so we've
Mhm.
got the video card here, and let's go ahead and give it a class name for the parent. So this one could be called just video card to go with BEM. And guys, if you're wondering what I'm doing, the BEM is the naming convention that we're following for CSS, right? So just in case you're wondering, it's something which I recommend everyone sort of learns because it's really handy, especially when you're doing sort of component-based work. Nice. But and then what we need to do is go ahead and create the
Mhm.
video card.css like this, right?
Mhm.
And that nice. And now what we can do is let's go ahead and go to we need to import this file. So import video card.css like that, right?
Mhm.
Nice. Okay, cool. So with that done, what we can now go ahead and say is remember guys that what we were doing before was just kind of drawing like these imaginary borders around everything, and it kind of makes life a bit easier when you're sort of figuring out what everything looks like. So in this case, I'll do the same. I'll say video card should have a border of 1 pixel solid black, right?
Nice. Okay.
And then like obviously nothing's rendering here because we're not actually pulling it in. So if we go to our main container,
Mhm.
we actually sort of import the video card. So you see like it actually, if I do that control spacebar trick, it just auto imports, which is really nice.
Mhm.
Save it. And now if we go back, you can see, okay, so there is something there with a border black, but it's just,
Wait. Oh, it's just really small.
yeah. So right now, if we actually go to the video card, it's just an empty div, which is why it looks like a line,
Mhm.
right? But what we could do is we could go ahead and say like,
Give it like a height maybe, no? Just give it like or any height or okay.
if you put something
What?
in, you could just say like
Yeah.
video,
Yeah.
say a video card. I am a video card. Like this. So I'm a video card, right? And
Nice.
this is the beauty of sort of using components, guys. It's like now, like if you just do like a bunch of video cards, you can see like I'm a video card, I'm a video card, I'm a video card, right? So
Mhm.
now we're gonna get this to look something like this, right? So something along that. So obviously it looks like a long way off, but we'll get there.
Very long way off.
Yeah, it looks really far away, but we'll get there. The reason why I was thinking maybe do a flex wrap is because when we do,
Mhm.
but then I guess we want it to look like the YouTube app, right? So
Yeah, look, I think when we get to like using that, yeah, we can do like flex strap. That's fine. Like when we get to actually, yeah, that should be fine. Yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
So now we can say is okay. So we've got this is where the videos go. Video card. Okay,
Well,
so
first is first. So we got the video card, right? So we got the video card, but it's currently like in a column fashion. Should we change that to go back to like a row fashion so
yeah,
that it's like one after the other?
let's do that. Yeah.
Let's do
So
that.
so I guess like in this case, are we gonna manually just say that there's gonna be a row and then we'll say a second row, a third row, or how should we do that?
So okay, so this is actually interesting. So actually, I've kind of done that. So okay, so this can be a little bit like you do not have to specify a row.
Yeah.
You just simply specify simply specify um the flex number like zero. For example, if you want 4 items, right,
Yeah.
and 4 items in one row, you set a flex um you set a flex of, wait, what is 1 divided by 4? 100 divided by 4, that's
No point.
25, right?
Yeah. So
So you set,
0.25.
yeah, so you set flex 0.25 to every single item.
Nice. I see.
Yes, and
Okay.
then you can change it actually, and you can change that. And then what you can actually there's another thing you can use, but there's another thing you can use to actually very nicely evenly space them. But we'll talk about that later in a second here.
Oh, okay. I see what you're doing here. I see
Yeah,
what
yeah.
you're doing here. Nice. So what we do is we'll go into main container, guys, and we
Mhm.
basically want to make this main container have that display flex, right?
Mhm.
So that's gonna have display flex, and as soon as I hit save, notice what happens. So let's go over to this screen and we do this, and as soon as I hit save, it's gonna go all into a row. Oh, oops, I hit save on that one.
Nope.
Yeah, and you see it goes into a row, right?
Nice.
So
Nice.
the first thing I want to do is actually go ahead and get rid of this H1 because that's a bit confusing. So now we actually have I'm a video card, I'm a video card, I'm a video card. Now,
Yeah.
as you mentioned, like each of the children, right? So each of those video
Mhm.
cards, if we gave them 0.25, then it should be
Mhm.
taking up like 25% of that main container, right?
Exactly. Exactly. Exactly.
So if we go over to that video card and we say flex of 0.25, and guys, this is insane because like once you get used to Flexbox, like one rule actually does all the layout for you, and it solves all the headache of getting everything. So I can see some people saying use calculate size and number of elements. Guys,
Mhm.
don't do
Mhm.
any of that. That's like an old school way of doing it. Flex
Yeah.
handles all this for you. So like if I as soon as I hit save, watch what happens. So this is applying the flex 0.25. So as soon as I hit
Mhm.
save, nice, right? That's
Nice, nice,
awesome.
nice. 9.25. And then we can obviously, and now we say we can make this hold on, I forgot what it is, but what I think, so we got the 9.25. Now we want to do is, you see how the height of it is like 100%?
Yep.
We want to stop it from we want to stop that from basically, extending all the way to the bottom. We
Yep.
want to we want to just keep it to its normal height.
Yep.
Um so how do we do that?
So you can do a max height, right?
Can do a max height. Yeah, you can do a max height. True.
What other way were you thinking? Maybe.
Well, I mean, I was thinking max. I was asking you. I
Oh,
don't
okay.
know.
Yeah. So you see here, guys, the way I like to sort of roughly figure it out, right, is I go here, I
Yeah.
inspect it, and I can see like there's got a height of I think that's I can't is it a height and width or is it width and height? I think but it's roughly around 260, right? So
Mhm,
260
mhm,
is roughly sort of the height there. So what we could do is we can go ahead and actually say like a max height of 260. And
mhm,
what we can do is we get a rough sort of idea of the video card. So if we go into the video card and we say set a
mhm,
max height of like 250 pixels, and then as soon
mhm.
as I hit save, let's go back to the.
Boom.
We can see as soon as I hit save, boom, there you go.
Nice, nice,
That's
nice,
right.
nice, nice. And okay, great. So actually, another way you can actually do that, to prevent the height. If you actually even remove the height, if you set the parent to be a line item, for example, like center, like
Yep.
if you do a line item center on the parent, it should not basically like the height would like basically the height would stay to its normal position to fit the content.
So you mean okay? So what are we setting as a parent? So here main container.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah.
If you go to main container, if you set, for example, align items, right, and you set that to be, for example, like center, right,
Yeah. So as soon as I hit
or let's yeah, or let's say align items top
flex start, right?
flex start, yeah,
So as soon as I do
yeah,
that, okay.
okay, okay, you see, so now the height of those cards are only the height of the actual content.
I did not know that as well. Okay.
Mhm. Mhm.
Nice. I'm learning
Mhm.
a lot here. Guys, smash the like, smash the thumbs up. This is actually good stuff. Like, it's a flex masterclass. Right. Nice. So
This,
here
this
we
this is the best. This is the best part, guys. Like about like learning together is I get to learn a lot of stuff from Sonny. Sonny gets to learn from me. Like it's like this is the like when you have such amazing team, guys. Of people are just doing things, people are creating things. You just get to learn a lot from each other. You get each other's energy. It is beyond epic. Like I'd say, I just wanted to
Exactly.
mention that. It's so awesome.
Exactly, guys. Like it's all about like finding like amazing team and like even pair programming, like what we're doing right now. Like you're
Yeah,
just that's the way you really learn and like you kind of accelerate your growth as a developer.
yeah,
So definitely
yeah,
worth doing, and definitely
yeah,
use VS Code Live Share like me and Naz are doing right now.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So now let's go ahead and actually sort of put in like a dummy, I guess, right? So we'll have something
Mhm,
like like an image here, and then the image source would be the thumbnail URL.
mhm,
Right, so let's go ahead and put the thumbnail URL, and then we'll have a so remember guys, like the actual layout of everything. So in this case you had like the image at the top, and then you had like everything. So imagine this is kind of like two containers, right?
mhm.
We have one here, and then we have this one underneath it, right? So that's two
Right,
containers. So we can go
right.
ahead and separate that now at this point. So we can go ahead and say um we could say video card, so div. I mean, like we could just have the image as the top element, and then
Mhm.
the bottom one inside of its own container. So we could say video card info or something, or video card.
Yeah, video. Just say like video card info. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah,
Yeah, and then that way,
yeah.
guys, everything underneath it. So this is actually sort of two children now. So if we actually minimize this, you can see like it's actually two children. So like this is the
Mhm,
parent, and then we've got one child, two child, and then video card. We can give it a type of display flex.
mhm,
And what I like to do here is to make sure that it uses up the correct sort of spacing and stuff, flex direction column. And then I think it will give it, if you gave flex direction column, you can go ahead and do 50, 0.5, 0.5. And because you see, should we do it that way or should we just do it as we need it?
Um,
Let's do it
I'll
as we
do.
need it. Because I think,
Yeah,
yeah, let's
yeah,
do it as we need it because that might be
yeah,
unnecessary right now. So
yeah.
go back here and you can see, okay, so video card info, right?
Okay.
So now we have the image there, and then in here in the video card info. So now, guys, this is another question. So you can see now over here,
Mhm,
we actually have sort of all of this information. So all of this information in one sort of container, and then we
mhm.
have this thumbnail on the left, or like this sort of icon over there on the left,
Yeah,
right?
yeah. And the
So
reason, guys, the reason why we see that, right, is because we see things in rows and columns, right? If you look at, for example, if you look at, for example, the thumbnail, that is a column. To the right of the thumbnail, right, where all the text is, that's another column, right? So that's how, as kind of as Sunny is highlighting, it's two different columns, and then within those columns, you have different rows and then more columns,
exactly.
right? But the way that's what we see it, when we look at these things in terms of structure, we always like to see them in terms of rows and columns because that is how the web is built, guys. Okay, the
Exactly.
web is just a bunch of rectangles. That's all I can say.
Literally that. Exactly that. Yeah. Like, and then if you give it the correct flex rules, it kind of figures out all the spacing itself.
Yeah, exactly, exactly,
You know.
exactly.
So here, what we can do is, so you can see it's like a container with two sides. So we're gonna have like the icon, and then here's gonna be like the info sort of text, I guess.
Mhm,
All right.
mhm.
So what we can
Yeah,
do now is we go back to our code, and now we can see like we've got here. Oops, we're doing that. So I can say here, we can say let's create a div, and let's have on the left side we can have an image. So this image would be the sort of channel image
mhm,
image URL.
mhm.
And on the right side, we can say div video card. So video card, and then bem. So the element we're talking about is info text. So that'll be all the other stuff,
Mhm.
right? So
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
all the other text. So you see that now we've got another two children inside of video card info,
Mhm.
right? So in here we would have the title of the video. So we'd have let's just call it. Let's just say a P. Let's just say the title. So we'll have the title.
Okay.
Then we'll have the. So let's go back and check. So we've got the title. Then we've got the number of channel name. Sorry, yeah, you're right.
Channel name. Channel name. Yeah.
So here will be channel name.
Mhm.
Nice. And then here we can say P, and then the number. I think it's
Of use.
number of views. Yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
number of views. And then we've got the posted date. So we can do this again. We can say boom, boom.
Nice. 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 Beautiful, guys. Beautiful.
And now you can see right now it's sort of like obviously it's going to be empty because we've sort of changed everything to actually take the props that we pass in. But the actual when we render the components, we don't actually say what the props are, right? So
Exactly.
let's go ahead and actually get some sort of dummy data now. So for the first one, what we can do is we can kind of just go ahead and grab let's go ahead and grab a dummy thumbnail or something. So let's just say thumbnail, YouTube. Oh
man, careful with the images.
yeah, I know. There we go. We got lucky there. So copy the image.
I've put myself in corners before.
Yeah. Gets scary when that happens.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna pass that in as 1, so we can do that, and then we can see immediately. Look, that's it, like a thumbnail. I mean, it's huge, but
Nice.
we can resize all this stuff. Then we can go ahead and say the title of this video could be something like test video, something like that, or just say like, yeah, let's just call it test video. And then you've got the channel name. So channel name, we can call this one Clever Programmer. Yeah. And then we also have, let's say, the posted. Oh no, is it number of views, right?
Number of views and views. Yep.
And here we could say something.
5 million.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we can say 5 million. Yeah. Let's say like 5.2 million views. There you go. Nice. And then we can say the posted number.
Date?
Oh, sorry. So number of views would actually just be a number, I guess, right? And then we would render it with. I mean, you could do it either way.
It could do it. Yeah. For now, let's just keep it simple, man.
Yeah.
We'll just keep it. Yeah. Keep it as
post
that.
date here, we could go ahead and do something like So, oops. What was the posted date? It was just something like
posted date. Let's do like 3 days ago.
Yeah.
3 space days / ago. Yeah. Beautiful. Right. Yeah.
And now, guys, you can see, there we go. We have like a very small sort of like test video, Clever Programmer, 5.2 million views, and 3 days ago. And that thumbnail is doing really well right now.
Apparently.
Yeah. Nice.
Guys, give us a thumbs up for that thumbnail, guys.
Exactly.
Who likes that thumbnail, you know? Get us to 5.2 million views.
Nice. So then we've already created a video card CSS. So here we can see video card CSS. And then like for this image, right? So what we can go ahead and do is give this one a class name. So you can get a class name, and then we'll just call this one video card thumbnail. Like that, video card thumbnail. And then we can style this one, because right now that thumbnail is huge, right? So what we can do, I think we can actually say, if we do width 100%, it should fit inside of its container. There we go.
Yeah. That'd be fun. Yeah, perfect.
The parent had a 0.25 sort of rule being applied, and then we said to the image, only use up 100% of what you're allowed to, basically. So it's only what it should be. That's the correct way of doing it, guys. Like if you do it any other way, you're going to run into a corner case where it's going to be like some headache or something that you got to deal with. And this also means like if you resize it, you see that you kind of solve that issue. So ignore that border problem. We'll fix that in this afterwards. But for now, that's okay. So cool. I think that's maybe.
So we're good with that. Okay, we're good with that pretty much.
Yeah. So now let's go ahead and add the image. So the sort of thumbnail, as in the channel image URL. So I think here use an avatar or something like avatar. So
I think do we not have a Clever Programmer one? Hold on, let me see.
Oh yeah, you might have.
I think I can just give you a Clever Programmer one. Hold on, copy image. Copy image, and then there we go. Yeah, just copy. Yeah, just download on those.
Yeah, we can grab this one.
Yeah.
Nice. Okay, dope. So we can go ahead, and we want this one to go like somewhere, like here. So we want it to kind of go on this left side, right?
Yeah.
What we can do is we can go into our video card.js, and we can basically say, so that's this one here. So we need to go back into. Go ahead and drag that here. Let's go back here, and we can basically say that the channel image URL should be this one. I don't know if that's a correct.
Oh wow,
that's
holy.
Is it?
Holy moly.
Oh right, apparently it is.
Wow.
Oh yeah. Okay. There you go.
Okay.
And you see, like right now, I mean, like it doesn't look like it, guys, but if we inspect this, it actually has got like a sort of round sort of border. Do you see that border? Now, do you know a shortcut for getting it to sort of make a circle out of that?
Oh yeah, I do.
Yeah. So
Oh
for
yeah.
so what we can do here is let's go ahead and target that. So I'll show you guys a different way of targeting. So we either can do this, right? We can give it a class name, or you can actually go ahead and say, like, for example, in this case, we're gonna go inside the video card info. So video card info
Mhm.
here, and then we can say target the direct child, which is an image.
Mhm.
Yeah. And
So are we trying to get a border around the image? We're trying to get a border, or we're trying to have it where it's just a circle?
so you know how they have it here. So in YouTube,
Where?
how it's like a little circle, right?
Yeah,
So right now, I mean, the only reason ours looks like a circle is because it is actually a picture of a
a
circle.
circle.
But
Yeah,
if it
yeah,
was like a square image, we kind of want to crop out the circle, right?
yeah,
So
yeah.
how do we go ahead and do that?
So what we would do, and okay, so I'll take over here for a second here. So what we
Yep.
would do is if we go to our what is it called? Not the sidebar. The main container is in the main container.
Yep.
Yeah, there you go. If we are in the main container, right here. Okay, and if we look at our video card, so let's go to our video card here for a second here. Um, actually, where's oh, did you save the video card?
Yep.
P
This.
title, P channel name. Okay, so okay. So so this image, right? In order for us to basically to have this image kind of like be the full width and just be in a circle.
Yep.
One way to which you can do that is if you actually have a parent div. So if you have a parent div, here's why. Here's why. Because you can have the parent div control the circle, right? The parent div is going to control how it looks like,
Okay.
right? The parent div is going to be border radius. The parent div is going to create that curvature, okay?
Right.
And then anything that's within it is just going to fit that curvature.
Nice.
So check this out. So if I go in here, for example, right, and I say, and I put this in, right,
Okay.
just like that. And then for this div, let's just say the class name, and we're gonna follow. I'm gonna follow try the Bembo. So it's called video card, right? Video, is that right?
Yep.
So video card underscore info, right?
Yep.
Underscore channel image container.
Oh, okay. So this is a good rule. Sorry, guys, about BEM. So the reason why you use BEM is that you don't get this nesting, because in SAS you get this like nested approach, right? So here,
Yeah.
because it's already inside of this child, what you would do instead
Mhm.
is you would actually go ahead and say, so in this case, something like channel image container. So you could say channel image. So you'd say here you would just do this. You would do something like this, because these are meant to be
Oh, really?
elements.
Uh-huh.
And then basically based on its position would be the sort of thing.
Uh-huh.
But I know your point for this, but you could do, like, if you want to do it, you could do it something like this: info channel image container.
Oh, really? Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Okay. Now.
Really long nest. In SAS you used to get this
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
nesting. Yeah.
Uh-huh. So we just keep it as that, like video card channel image container like that.
Yeah, with the camel casing.
Okay.
There you go.
Beautiful. Okay. So if I go ahead and do that, and now I'm going to go ahead and copy this specific div, right?
Okay.
And then I go to div video card.css, and then if I target that specific div now, so let's go ahead and do dot video card image container, right?
Yeah.
All I have to do is I do so. So let's go ahead. Like, what height and width do we want to like set for that? Like, what is the height of like a thumbnail that we want to use? Like,
Go ahead and inspect. So let's double check. So we can go ahead and do this. We can say inspect, and the way I would check that height is I would click this little inspector tool, and I would go here, and you see when it hovers over, it says it's 36 by 36.
okay, so let's do. So okay, so we're gonna do height. Height is 36 pixels. 36 pixels, and then the width is also going to be 36 pixels, right?
Okay.
Right. So we're gonna keep it basically a square.
Okay.
And then what's going to happen, guys? Now, how do we? So if this is a square, let's just say I'm gonna set a border for now. I'm gonna say border, and I'm gonna say 1 pixel, right? Solid, and I'm gonna say this is gonna be orange, because why not?
Yeah.
Because orange, okay. And if we save that, and if we go back to can we go back to what the output?
Yep. So we can go and check it out.
Okay. So you can see that the orange and in that thumbnail image is not really fitting that specific border, right? It's outside of that, right? So what we would do is we will do for this specific one, for this image, we will say we don't want to use that. What we will do instead is we'll do it like, hold on, we'll do a video image container,
Okay.
right, inside here, and then we'll target the image just like you did before, right? Because because the image, why? Because the image is within this video card channel image container.
Got it.
So on this one, we'll now set width to be 100%.
Yep.
100%, and that's pretty much it, right? So with 100%.
Okay.
Okay. So
Oh,
let's go ahead and see. Okay. So yeah. So now we have in a circle, right? But look, but you see the border is the bounding box, so it's not a circle yet, because if we put something that's not a circle, it's just gonna take up the whole space.
Nice.
So
okay.
What do you think we should do, guys, in order to have it be like a circle? Like, what do you think we should do? Drop that in the comments below. Well, check this out. Well, here's what we'll do. If we go back to the code, we want to create that curvature, that full curvature that's a circle. The only way for us to create a circle with a div is by simply setting the border radius of 50%.
Okay.
And that is it. So save that. Now go back to that.
Nice.
You see? Now it's a circle.
Nice.
And so then okay, now check this out. You see how sometimes the orange thing is like shows up and doesn't? So here's what we'll do. The reason why do you guys think that the orange shows up on the top and left and right but does not show up, on the curvature? Why?
I'm pretty happy. I feel like I know this answer.
So now, okay, so what we want to do now is let's go back to the code here for a second. Okay? We actually want to go ahead and we do want to do overflow hidden.
Okay.
So save that.
Nice.
So what's gonna happen? So check this out. So what this does now basically is anything if the image tries to go above that specific thing, above that container, overflow hidden, it's going to basically hide it. So yeah, that's pretty much it, man.
That's awesome, dude. That was nice. And look, guys, you can see, like, if we just exaggerate the background here, see red. Like, you can see, like, it's actually the bounding sort of container here actually has, like, a red outline. So that's just showing you that the container is actually sort of cropping the image inside of it, right? So, like, it's actually sort of cutting out. And then we're saying anything that kind of goes over or spills over it, don't show it. That's what overflow hidden is.
Exactly. It's like a CSS crop automatically.
Exactly. So when you're actually doing that, I'd really recommend this line right here. But then once you're done, you can actually go ahead and comment this out, and then you get this sort of container. And then what you can do is just to double check that everything's still good. If you go ahead and do this, but you actually inspect the channel. Oh no, I won't actually show you. Okay, so yeah, when you're developing it, I would definitely recommend you keep this, right?
Yeah.
As a thing. And then because in YouTube they don't actually have like a sort of border around it, so use this to make sure that you've set it up right. And then afterwards, then you can sort of comment this out. I would just actually keep this, maybe comment it out, and you can kind of just come back and test it out. That's nice, really nice.
Yeah.
Dope.
That's pretty much how any circle is like built right now. Any circle you guys see on the internet, that's how it's built, just through that.
That's actually really cool. And honestly, guys, these are things which are like, I honestly like. No, it's like off the top of your head, how many times do you sort of remember these things? Or do you ever find that you have to like go back and check up on it, or like Google it, or
Or I mean, after you do it like 50 times, then no, right? After you do it like 50 times, because you have to like repeat, then you kind of know the process, right? But yeah, obviously I still have to go back sometimes. We all still. I mean, Sonny, you as well, right? You have to go back, and I always have to go back and Google and search some things up. Like for example, like how to set a border.
Exactly. Yeah.
how to set a border. Sometimes the basic stuff we forget, but
Like I've literally had points where I'm like, oh, how do I get a circle? Like, how do I do this? Like, so guys, if you do run into that issue, it's completely normal. Like, it's completely fine to do that. So now we have another issue, right? So we obviously have like the sort of everything we built here. But remember, guys, everything that we sort of look at is like right now it's display block, right? Now to fix this very easily now, so what could we do here?
No. Well, guys, what do you think? What do you guys think we can do?
Yeah.
What do you guys think we could
Drop a
do?
comment. Let us know what you guys are thinking. How
Yeah.
can we get this looking like pretty much how YouTube have it in
Yeah.
this scenario? So how can we get it something like this? So instead of like how we had it, we want it essentially in this way. But in our app right now, it's completely the opposite. It's
Yeah.
a columnar sort of view,
Yeah. Yeah.
right?
And look, and I think you guys got enough time to answer. So
Yeah.
hopefully you got that right. But what is the answer, Sonny?
So what we can use is Flexbox. We can go ahead and use Flexbox.
Yeah, baby.
Exactly. So here we have the video card info. So we can go ahead, go back here, drop in a rule. We can say apply display flex, and then what I can do is, before I save that, we can go ahead and show the actual output. So we can say this, and now notice, guys, what happens over here. So if I zoom in, we can show this, and now what I'm going to do is go ahead and save. So I'm
Mhm.
applying this rule, so display flex, and look what happens. There you go. Nice.
Boom, right there, guys.
Yeah.
Boom.
And
Amazing.
what we want is we want the sort of this container right here to actually go
Mhm.
ahead and use up as much room as it kind of needs, I think, at this point as
Right.
well. Because in
Yeah.
YouTube, we can see like it takes up pretty much the rest of the container, right?
Mm-hmm.
So what we can do is we can go ahead and give that thing. So in this case, let's go back to the code. We can go ahead and give that container. So in this case, the video card info text, give
Flex
that
one.
exactly flex one.
Nice. 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 Nice.
And that will go ahead, and now it's actually got this sort of imaginary sort of that you won't be able to see it, but if we went ahead and sort of demoed it as quickly, like border 1 pixel, pixel solid
Yeah.
black, and then you guys will see that it's actually using up the rest of it, right?
Nice. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
So that's
Beautiful.
pretty much why we want to do that. So now we can actually go ahead and sort of get the styling it to the point where we want it. So let's
So guys, this is your YouTube clone now.
yeah,
This is this,
this is it. Exactly, we're done now.
we got the image, we got the navigation bar, got a sidebar. What else do you need?
Yeah, like I think at this point everyone's being a bit fussy and a bit picky. It's already there, you know. Like,
Yeah, pretty much done.
so at this point, what I like to do is to sort of like show you guys in a quick way. Like I just go here, I pretty much grab this, and then here you can actually go ahead and inspect the sort of styling that they've used. Sometimes it is nested, sometimes you have to sort of dive deep. But in this case, you can see like they have a 1.4 rem. Okay, so it's being a bit slow, but 1.4 rem line height. So we don't really care about all this too much. But what I basically do is we can kind of just mock it and we can kind of get it a bit close. So in this case, let's go back to our app and we can see here.
Mhm.
We want to kind of get this one. So this is 1.4 rem. So let's go ahead and do this. So what we can do to make life a bit simple, we can do class name, video card, and here we can say, let's just call it info title, class name, and let's just copy this and we can rename them in a sec. Oops. And then this one would be channel name. So channel name, this one would be number of views.
Mhm.
And the final one would be posted date. Posted date. There we go. Nice. Right, so we have those, right? And
Mhm.
basically, firstly, let's go ahead and style the title. So the title in this case would be something along the lines of, let's do this. Oops, God, okay, that's not what we want. Let's do, okay.
Mhm.
Oops, I've copied the wrong thing. I copied the entire line. Video card title, there we go. And we can say the font size we saw was 1.4 rem. So font size was 1.4 rem. And if we go ahead and save that, you see, like it's a little bit bigger.
Nice, nice, nice.
Uh,
And we could probably make it like a font weight bold, like maybe make it a little bit more bolder.
Yep. So we can say font weight. Let's just do bold. Let's have a see. Let's see what that looks like. Okay. Nice. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. It's like, and then what we can do is, guys, you can constantly go back and forth, and you basically just want to keep doing it until you get to like a perfect sort of middle ground. Because sometimes, like, you see, like, if we zoom out, yeah, right, like, and then we actually go back, like, you see, like, it all depends on how far you're zooming in as well. Like, it changes the sort of look of it. You see that? Like, it does change.
Exactly.
And
Yeah.
rem is also taking into account the parent container, right?
Yeah.
So in this case, what we could do instead is maybe find a fixed sort of middle ground just for now or something like that. We could do something like,
Mm.
What do you think? Or should we stick with?
Yeah, yeah. Try. No. Try do 20 pixels. Do that because then like yeah, I'm not really sure, and they might be confused by what RAM is.
Yeah, exactly. So in this case, 20 pixels looks pretty much like along the right lines. Like
Yeah, I would
you
say
see, like
so.
yeah, so we're getting sort of somewhat close. Okay.
Yeah.
So then the next one, so the rest of it kind of has like a very similar sort of color. So it's like a gray and it's a bit smaller. So no, actually, is it the same? No, it's the same size, really. I think it's the
Mhm.
same size. It's just gray, right? So it's gray,
Yeah.
and then we sort of then
It's great. It is. It's a bit smaller. I would say it's like 16 pixels maybe.
yeah. So
Yeah. Maybe. I don't know.
yeah, okay.
Yeah. Let's try it. We'll see. Let's try it.
So in this case, what we can go ahead and do is say video. So let's go ahead and do channel name. So here, video card channel name, and here we can say font size. Let's do 16 pixels, and let's do color.
Mhm.
And when you're sort of testing out, guys, you can just literally go ahead and do that. I just test that with the default naming one, so like light gray, to sort of mess
Mhm.
around with it. You see, like it's a bit too light, so we can go ahead and
Yeah.
do
Yeah.
something like gray. But actually, no, I'll show you something really cool here. So I use a color picker tool. So
Nice.
really handy one that I use is
Mhm.
let me go ahead and bring this.
Or we can even do a spec element. Inspect them on the actual text, and then get the actual color that's in the styles. No.
Nice,
Right.
there you go. Look, you see it, sir? So it says 60, 60, 60.
Oh dang! I love that.
That's nice. I
What?
didn't know
Wait.
that.
What tool is that?
That's just by clicking the inspect. So you see this, if I click the select the target to inspect,
Uh huh. Uh
and then
huh.
you hover over it, and it actually show. I didn't know that. Oh my god, 14
What?
pixels. Look, 14 pixels, and this one is 14 pixels as well.
No way.
I
Oh
did not know that this whole time as well. I'm like, look, it even tells you like accessibility. It tells you
man,
that's cool.
man. It's the little things that excite us, man. You know.
Exactly. That's cool, man. That is cool. So like now we can go ahead and that's so handy. Wow. Like I'm gonna
Yeah.
use that
Yeah.
when I'm doing TikTok clone. So in this case we could say this one is 60, 60, 60. And you see
Mhm.
that's like a perfect gray, the one that we saw. And the font size was it 14 pixels, right?
Yeah.
And this one was also 14 pixels.
Mhm.
If we save it now, and look at that, you can see it's actually a lot more. It's actually quite close to like what we were seeing before. So now, if you see
Nice.
the colors, they're actually pretty close. Like the colors are actually pretty close,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So now we've also got the watching and the sort of views. So, oh no, sorry, we're not using watching here. We're using it like this. So it'll say something like 2 million views, and it's got this little dot, and then it's got this sort of 3 weeks ago sort of text. So I just want to grab that dot. I mean, I can't be bothered to find out where that is. So how do we get that little dot? Oh man, they've
It's
used the
it,
span.
it, it it's actually just text.
Yeah, so it's just little text, right? Or they use that. They use an
Yeah.
after, but you don't need to use an after, guys, for that. I'd
Yeah.
say in this case you could do something like this. So you can actually put that inside of. I mean, we could just do it in one line, really. We could do
Yeah,
this.
I mean, we could. I mean, if you wanna put the dot in, Sonny, just literally copy the dot, like highlight the dot and then copy from YouTube. Like highlight the dot, and literally just copy it.
No, because it's an after tag. You can't copy after tags.
No.
No.
Okay. All right.
Yeah. So like, if we could literally go into Google and just type in dot, I think it
Yeah.
would give us a dot. Oh
Dot.
wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Dot symbol. Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Oh. Hey. Hey.
Oh. Whoa, where is this coming from?
Sonny, what's going on?
Oh man. There we go.
Oh man.
There we go.
There
It
we go.
gets a
That's
bit crazy sometimes, guys, you're handling.
yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of things happening all at the same time.
So what you can do is you can add it in there. There we go. Nice. You can
Beautiful.
say number of views and then it's posted date, right? And we can just change our sort of CSS around that. So we can say this is
Yeah.
going to be number of views and posted. Let's just do this for now. Posted date. Right. So here we have the number of views, and yeah, so number of views was when we passed it in. So it'll say something like 5.2 million views and 3 days ago. So if we go back to
Right.
our thing, there we go. Nice.
Hey, look at that.
Look,
Damn.
right? So now what we can go ahead
Okay.
and do is we can go and style that a little bit. So let's go to video card and we can say number of views and posted date. And here we can say color.
Yeah, we just use the same color.
Yep, so this one. And even the font size, we could do this.
Yeah.
And now, nice. Okay, so we got this. Dope.
Nice.
And getting it to look as much as we, okay, so, all right, so I think at that point, oh man, YouTube's taking ages to load up because I refreshed it and for some reason the internet's, I think oh yeah, there we go, got it. All right, so there is a little gap still, guys, that we want to account for. So we can handle that gap in a few ways. So you can see over here, we've got like a little gap underneath the first bit of text. So we can add a margin bottom to fix that, right? So here, what we can do is we can actually go ahead and add a margin bottom to our thing. So we can go ahead and say title, and we can give it, oops, and this should be not be pixel. Here we can say margin bottom.
Probably like 8 pixels or something. Probably 8.
So as soon as I save that, now we can actually go ahead and see React app. There we go. So as soon as I save, look what happens. It will push it down a little bit. There we go.
There we go.
Right, nice.
Maybe a bit too much. Maybe it's like 6. I don't know.
Yeah, so 6. Nice. And then let's do a quick comparison. So okay, I think that's
I like that.
pretty close. And to be fair, what we could do is we can actually go ahead and check. So we can actually click this and all right, no, so they've spaced it out differently, so you can't actually see the spacing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So in this case, we're just gonna roughly sort of figure it out there. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. And then we've got a gap here, so we also want to account for that. So now what we're going to target is actually the video card info container. So the actual container itself, right? And what we can say is we can give that one. I think we can give this actually, so let's go ahead and do this here. So we can say, we do margin top of like 10 pixels. And let's go ahead and show before we save it. So let's go here. So right now you can see there's no gap. It's just sort of touching nearly pretty much. So as soon as I hit save, there we go. We get like a little gap, right?
Nice.
So that's pretty much it. I think it's a bit larger, the gap. Maybe like 15 pixels.
No, I think I think it should be fine. I actually looked at their CSS. They actually have a margin tab of like 12 only. So
really?
It should be fine. Yeah.
Just go ahead and give it 12. Okay, nice. So 12. And then you see here, guys, like this is going to touch the left side. So this is good. But here, this inner text, right? So we can either apply some padding to this or margin left to this text, or so sort of this container, or we can give a margin right to this image. But I think in this case, it'll be simpler just to add margin left to this stuff right here. So in our code, it's called info text. So sort of the one that we're looking at is info text. Which is wrapping all of that stuff. And if we go here to info text and we say margin left,
I think it's 12 pixels.
12 pixels, nice. So we save that, and you can see now it's no longer touching, right? So if
there we go.
So if I undo that and I show you guys, so if I undo that, so go back to the code and I save it, you can see it touches, and then if we redo it, we can see so margin of 12 pixels, boom.
Yeah. No touching. Nice.
Right. We're not going to worry about this apps where you basically have a continuation. That's just like an extra thing. Even the 3 dots, because that's sort of a hover effect. But like you guys can take it further and you guys can mess around with it. This is sort of an internal tool, so we're just kind of getting it to roughly look like the sort of YouTube thing, right? So now what we're going to do is also, can you notice how, guys, like it has this little spacing between the components, right? So to be able to test this out, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and render 2 of these. So let's go ahead and render 2. So let's go here and go to main container, and rather than rendering empty stuff, I'm going to go ahead and render 2 video cards. Well, so let's just say like four of the same video.
Yeah.
And now you see, there we go, right? My zoom is actually messed up in this one, I think. So if we go ahead and go to 100%. If I go 100%.
I think you see the border. You can probably just remove the max height border, and there in the border around that thing, which is creating that.
Inside of the video card.
Yeah, I'm very curious what's going on with that border.
Yeah, because even the width is broken right now. You see that?
For what? Where?
See, the width is being weird right now. So like you see like what here? Like if I do a localhost 3000. Oh no. So okay. Don't know why that's happening. I think it's because I'm zooming in so much. Right. There we go. So
Maybe.
so that looks really nice. As in that looks pretty like we're getting there now. So that's starting
Yeah,
to,
we're getting there.
yeah, that's starting to look a lot more like the actual sort of app that we're going for. So
Like if you, and then even like for example, Sonny, if you add like a fifth one, that should go to the bottom. Like
oh yeah.
if you had like if you had a fifth video card, let's try that right now.
Yeah. So let's go ahead and try that. So go to main container. So main container.js, and let's go add a fifth. And let's hit save. So I'm gonna hit save on that. We can see. Right.
Okay.
So it's squeezed in, right?
Yeah.
So what we could do here is we could do a wrap, I think. Wrap would fix it.
Yep. That should fix it, honestly.
Yeah, so main container is what we need to target. So we've got display flex, flex start. We could do here flex wrap. And we can say
Yeah.
wrap. Right. As soon as I hit save now, I think is this because maybe we're doing the I think is it align items flex start maybe? No?
Mm. Mm. Flex rep, flex 0 point. What's the individual flex? Okay, so the individual video card. How many? They have what? Flex 0.25.
Yeah.
Okay. I think I think that we also have to add a flex basis as well on the video card as well. Like a
Really?
flex base. Yeah.
Okay, so flex basis. And then I never usually add a flex basis. You see it kind of like, so let's go ahead and inspect. Let's see what's going on here. So let's go and inspect this. So here we have the video main container, and we're saying the main container has a flex of 0.8. Okay, it has display type flex, so that's working.
Okay.
Align items doesn't do much. Flex wrap doesn't do much. But we're saying the video cards here should take 0.25. Okay, so what we could do here is
Mm-hmm.
rather than doing
There. I remember this. It's like, mm. What did we do? What did I do before? I'm trying to remember. So if you have a main container, so can you hover over the main container? The main container div.
yeah.
Okay, okay. And then the video card is like that. I'm actually really curious. Can you try align content? Can you try adding a align content to the parent?
Okay.
And try align content with a value of align content of flex start.
So if that's going to do the vertical alignment.
Okay. Align content flex start.
I'm just Googling it as well. So let's go ahead and check like flex. Let's just say limit flex.
For a second.
I do use this quite a lot as well. So I'm strange how this is handling now. So let's do this and let's just do like some. I just want to check something. Let's do a max width of each one. So max width should be something like, I don't know, 300 pixels. Yeah. So if we use a max width, can you see how like it does sort of like it will wrap?
Yeah.
Right. So that's like so that's the sort of not. So we can see our main container behavior is actually working in the way we want, but the flex sort of 0.25 isn't doing exact thing that we kind of want it to here. So it's not actually. So we're saying that each one should be using up 0.25, but I think there's something about flex. Oh, that's it. We need to set maybe a min width.
Yeah.
Min width is something like 25%. Yeah, there we go. We could do a min width of 25% because you're saying then, otherwise it's saying that every child should get.
Yeah.
It's still strange though. I mean, like, I'm sure there's like a flex grow or something here we should be using.
Yeah.
But to fix it for now, we could do that. We can go ahead and do that. And that will actually sort of go in line with our rule. So we're saying the video card here should actually have something like a, let's say a min width of 25%. And if you guys have any sort of ideas around that, would love to hear it because it's always interesting seeing how people use Flexbox and sort of get this going, you know?
Yeah.
So let's see. So now, okay, that's good. So we have that, right? So now what I want to go and do is, I don't know why it comes up weird on here. Okay, so let me go ahead and actually, I'm just sorting out the screen so that way we can see.
Oh, somebody mentioned flex shrink.
Okay.
If you do flex shrink 0, actually. So actually try that. I'm just very curious. Like if you on the video card, if you remove the max width and you just do a flex shrink of 0.
Okay.
Can you try that?
So
Flex and then.
So video card, flex shrink of 0. So flex shrink.
But that'll have to be on every single item in the video card.
Okay, so let's go to video card and then say flex shrink of 0.
Might work, might not work. I'm not sure.
Okay.
Did it?
No.
No, did not. Never mind.
Interesting though. I mean, I feel like there is some kind of, there will be some kind of flex grow 25, flex shrink 1.
Yeah, I think let's keep it min width for now. Like we can always make it better.
Yeah, but that's an interesting sort of case that you might run into. So 25%.
Yeah.
And that's sort of like a hack around fixing that. So here, the reason why it's sort of doing this as well is because of why is it spacing it out weird? Why have we got this? Let's see, video card, main container. Main container, we've got flex align items, flex wrap.
The hell?
Why is it
going on?
spacing out? See,
Wait, what the hell?
I have some weird like caching going on. You see, like if I do this now, what the hell? Okay, it's even more weird. Is yours coming up on localhost?
Let's see. Hold on, because I'm looking at yours right now. Hold on. Oh shit, this is interesting.
So we have video card. Oh, okay. Video card has a max height. Say if we get rid of that max height. No. Okay.
That's just a max height though.
Yeah, that shouldn't do it. Min width of 25 pixels. Okay.
So main container. Go to main container. Hold on. Go to main container. Border, flex, align items center.
No, align items right now.
Okay, do align content. Do align content. Hold on.
Okay, so align items should be flex start.
Flex start, and then do align content. Also do the flex start on that as well.
Oh, okay. Here we go. Yeah.
Did that work?
Yeah. So flex start align items. Align content. Yeah. So nice.
Okay. Cool.
So main container. Oh, so somebody said space between and a min width, then get rid of flex 0.25. Okay, so you could do that. Oh, I think if we no, we do want it to be, because if it's smaller, you want it to grow. Okay, perfect.
Yeah.
So now we have that. Okay, so now what we could do is basically we need to handle the sort of margins now as well. Like, so in this case, how do we apply a margin to it without breaking that side? Do you see what I mean? We're gonna have
So that way, so if we actually because we set the min width of like 0.25%, right?
Yeah.
If you had a margin, it's gonna push it down now because so what we have to do, I think, is like actually let's just add a margin. Let's go ahead and just add a margin to individual video card and see what happens.
So margin, right? Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's just say 20 pixels. Oh.
Yeah. Oh. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, wait a minute. Align content, flex start. Yeah, where's that happen again? So if we save this. Oh, God. Okay, so main container. Oh, right. Sorry. I put this in the wrong one. So this should be.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, this should be. Align content should be here. There we go.
Oh, yeah. That's true. Yeah.
It's pushed over, right?
Nice. Okay, so what do we do in this case is because you guys see, because we added a margin, the min width 25%, right, means that every single item is 25%, but the problem now becomes the fact that not everything we won't be able to fit 4 items, which we're supposed to, right, because the margin basically removed some of the space, right?
Yep.
So the only way for us to pretty much do this is just to actually do like a min width like 22%.
Yeah. No, you're right, because otherwise you're gonna get into this weird situation where.
Yeah. So if you try like min width like 22% or something like that, like 22%, or
There you go. So like that. But you see, like
Yeah.
then the right item. So in this case, I think okay for now. I think that's fine. We could go with that.
Yeah.
Let's go
We
with
can
that.
improve that. Yeah, we can improve that.
Because what we can do, yeah, because then you could go further and do like rows and stuff like that. But for this tutorial, I think it's going to be good because this is just to get a rough demonstration of what it's going to look like. So
Yeah.
it's a min width of 22% hits the sweet spot. So 22%, nice. Okay. Now also notice how in the YouTube app they're not touching, right? So that they're not touching. They have that little gap here, right? So
Mhm.
what we can do now is we can actually add a margin underneath each video card, which would sort of fix that. So you can say margin bottom, and we can add like a slightly bigger one, so 30 pixels or something.
Mhm.
So you see like there. So if we go ahead and save that, now nice, we get like a little gap there.
Nice. That's good. That's good. I like that.
So that's pretty cool. So we have that up and running in the way we want it. Um, okay, that's really nice.
Okay.
What we can do now is the entire thing. So the entire thing has like a slight gray color behind it, right? So you see here, it has like a slight sort of gray background.
Mhm.
What we can do is we can go ahead and inspect that gray background. So we can go ahead and see like what I would do is, so I'll show you guys the tool that I use. So I use this little pipette thing up here
Mhm.
called Colorzilla, and you click it and you click pick color from page. Really
That
cool.
sounds so. That sounds so epic. Colorzilla, like Godzilla.
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, exactly. And you get this sort of weird sort of like little thing pop up, this little sort of, and then basically you just go ahead and you see it pops up at the top, and you
Yeah.
basically just find it and you click it, and then what it'll do is it'll color the actual hexadecimal code. So now if I go back to my thing and we go to the main container,
Mhm.
say background color,
Mhm.
and we set that to what I just copied.
That's just the white color though.
Um, oh god, that's white. Yeah, but you see, there's a gray, right?
Yeah, it's a gray. Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a the hell.
Okay. So my color picker failed me, guys. So let's try
Your
again.
color, your color picker is colorblind.
I know, right? Like it's like this is trying to figure out what the hell's going on. Look. Okay, so it's not even popping up at this point. Okay, wait. So we have. Okay, so
Wait, wait.
there you go. That's like a.
There you go. Yeah, yeah. That's better. That's better.
If I go over here, okay, it's freaking out.
Guys, give us some applause for the color picker.
Yeah. Nice.
Um, this is hilarious.
Then we go here and we go. Oh, I had an. Oh, there you go. Oh, I did an applause, but because we were on the wrong screen, it didn't do it. It was muted.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Wait, round of applause.
Hey,
Hey.
good job, color picker.
That's it. So now, if we
Oh,
save that and we go back, you can see, did that apply?
yep, yeah, looks
It
like
is
it.
there,
Yeah,
right? It is there, yeah. It's just
yeah, it's like
super.
very like, yeah.
And guys, just to exaggerate what we've just changed there. So if I go ahead and change this to red, you see that's what we were sort of going for. Like that background,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
we're just giving
Mhm.
it like that looks horrible. Okay, so back to -9. Now we have a very subtle gray behind it, right?
Yeah.
Okay, nice. And now what we're gonna do is I actually have some. Let me turn off my flux. So this is like it saves your eyes when you're working late. uh,
Oh, yeah.
okay, so now what we're gonna go ahead and do is actually add some padding to this. But you see, like in their section, they have something like recommended, right? It says recommended at the top.
Wait, hold on,
So,
let me see.
so you see, it says
Yeah, I mean, yeah, we could do that. We could do recommended. Yeah, that's fine.
So we could go ahead and like add something like that. But in this case, I guess like where we have it here, main container. So this is actually sort of the main container is actually sort of responsible for everything. So what we could do here is we could kind of rename main container to, oh no, not rename. So we can,
What do you mean? No, if you actually, are you talking about like are you talking about like you wanna add a recommended text? Is that what you wanna add?
yeah,
I mean, just add it into the parent. No, add it
yeah,
to the
could see in the
where
inside
you
of
have the
app.
sidebar.
So here, right?
So yeah, yeah. So it's like here, so sidebar. Actually, this does have to be inside the main container. My bad. You're right. You're
Yes.
right. You're right.
So we
Yeah,
could
you're right.
maybe do something like, so let's click into this. We could do something like every rule we've got. Oh, it's only this one, so that's fine. We could do this. We could say main container, Let's create a div. So we can say div, and this is going to be the actual main container, and that's going to have everything here. Copy that, paste it inside there, and this one we can say main container videos,
Mm-hmm.
and then we could rename that to videos, and then the main container would basically. So now you see the app hasn't actually changed, but the height would have changed.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we can fix
Yeah.
that in a sec. Main container here we can say is oh right, is that because of the flex 0.8 and everything? No.
Yeah. Yeah. So now you have to keep. Yeah. Now you have to keep doing the flex, grow, and all this stuff. Yeah. Now.
Right, so we can do flex.
So main container. Okay. Sweet.
Main container.
So hold on.
If I
Save
want to
that.
make like, oh right, if I need to save this one as well.
Yeah.
Let's go back.
So,
Let's just add a H1 saying recommended for now. That just
yeah.
recommended, and then we can see. So, okay.
That's fine. We can keep it as is. This is fine because you'll remove the border. Oh, because the gray color, right?
Is the gray color not in there? Oh right, yeah. So here. So right now, what we could do is we could just add this here, and that should give everything a gray, right?
Let's see it.
So
Does it?
yeah,
See
we
it.
gave
Oh,
this.
it does. Yeah, perfect.
It does, right? Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, it does.
Yeah, nice. So now
Nice.
what we could do is we can go ahead and get rid of that border, so that because we can see that it's all good. And then we can actually go ahead and sort of style it to start looking a bit more like this. So at the top, we have like a bit of a gap at the top. So firstly, the size of this is really wrong. So what we can do is we can go ahead and inspect this. You can see this one is 20 pixels and it has like a slightly gray color. We can ignore the color for now just to get the first bit right. So we can say, firstly, let's do a H2 because it shouldn't be that. And then we can say H2 and let's just call it class name equals, we can say main container. Let's just call it main container title. Something like that. Main container title. Font size is 20 pixels.
I'm not kidding, man. I sometimes have to go to Google to figure out how to do font size.
What's that?
I sometimes have to go Google to figure out font size. I don't know why.
Yeah. Oh, guys, just also notice how the sidebar got scrunched, right? That was
Yeah,
because
I
of
did.
this. Yeah. We have to put flex on the actual container now.
Yep. Beautiful. Yeah, nice. Yeah, good catch, man. Good catch.
Yeah, because otherwise it doesn't tell it to correctly use that spacing.
Yeah,
And
and
then,
let's put a little bit like a margin padding into that H1.
yeah. So the first thing, guys, notice how so before we do the padding to the H1, let's add a padding to the overall container. So you see
Oh yeah,
kind
that's
of
true.
padding like
Yeah.
this one. So let's add maybe like a 20 sort of, or should we just add a margin left, I guess, right?
Yeah, let's do here. Let's do a for now. Let's do a margin left, and there's actually gonna be and when we
Oh,
actually
you
get
see
to
it
it,
grows. Look, it
yeah,
actually,
well, because here's the thing, their margin changes. So basically they keep 4 tabs, they keep 4 things open, right? But basically it gets scrunched up. So basically the margin changes. It's just that the content stays the same. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yeah. But for now, I think it'll be fine just to add some margin to the left, just for now.
Yeah. So here, basically, we could essentially do something like main container margin left
Yeah.
20 pixels.
You can do like margin top as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Margin top. Nice. And notice how, guys, so this is something you don't want to happen now. So margin adds the spacing around it, right? Which means that we lose the background color. So in this case, instead of a margin, we can use padding.
Yep.
We keep that background color.
Nice.
And then what we do is we space out that sort of the text as we want it now. So the container title can have a margin beneath it. So that way we can kind of space it out to look a bit like this. So you can say margin bottom 20 pixels. Dude, I love Stream Deck. It's so crazy. And then margin top.
Wait, what are you using to Stream Deck for? Are you like to switch windows or what?
No, because I'm using Stream Deck to do all of this stuff. Like you see like this to show.
Oh, yeah. Oh, nice.
You know? So we've got this margin top of like, let's just say Another 10 pixels. Nice. Okay. So you can see like that's actually starting to sort of take shape to that.
Yeah, yeah.
It's starting to get somewhat of a shape here, like to looking like that, right? So
Nice.
at this point, I think literally once we get the sort of implementation for this page done, I think we'll save maybe the rest of the build for the YouTube clone, right? What do you think?
Yeah, I would say yeah, because we'll probably like yeah, so you're saying basically let's go ahead and set up the actual let's go ahead and set up the actual uploading of the thumbnail, and then the YouTube clone will be later. Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, so we'll get the sort of sidebar style, the top bit style, and we'll get the thumbnail implemented. And then
Yeah.
at that point, I think we should leave it there, and we should maybe save the rest of it. So even like we can extend it maybe, or we can maybe like create a complete YouTube clone tutorial.
Yeah, guys, what do you think? What do you think we should do? Should we go ahead and create a completely like a YouTube clone tutorial later on, right? And just kind of finish what we have right now, or what do you think? What just let us know in the comments below.
Yeah.
Um, but I think yeah, let's like I think. Mm, I think we can just finish up what we kind of have, finish up some of the things we have right now. I was initially thinking of doing like a two-part series video since we're doing this stuff right now,
Yeah.
two-part series videos, but we could probably do a YouTube clone as well. So, but let's finish up let's finish up what we have right now. Just gonna finish those things up in terms of the sidebar, the navigation. I think we should be good then.
Let's do it.
Yeah.
So now what we'll do is we can actually go ahead and so we can do it. So the sidebar, I guess, right? So should we carry on styling the rest of the app so it looks somewhat in line, maybe?
You want to do the nav? Let's do nav first. And the sidebar just kind of side. Let's do the nav.
Yeah, let's do nav.
Yeah.
Let's do nav. So the
Yeah.
logo right now looks disgusting. So we have this.
Yeah. Yeah.
Let's give it.
That is an A+ logo right there.
Yeah. Nice. So header right here. Instead of
Well, we also have to add. Remember, we have to add a logo, and we also have to add a what's it called? Those three icon thing.
oh yeah, the
Yeah.
sort of sound with the burger menu, right?
Yeah. Burger menu.
So here we can add a image. So that one image for the thing, and then we can say another image. No, so this wouldn't be an image. What we can actually go ahead and use is the MaterialUI.
Icon. Yeah.
Yeah, so you can go ahead and check this out, and so we'll use the search one afterwards. But I think here we can actually say menu. I think it is, or no, oops, menu.
Sort of like burger.
Hey,
That reminds menu.
I think I'm just wondering if if it does come up under burger. Oh, it does. Yeah, so menu. Nice.
Oh wow.
Yeah. Because I was wondering, that's what I look at it as well. Oops. Yeah. So perfect. What we can do now is we can actually pull that in. So using these icons is super simple, guys. We can actually go ahead and do this. And if you guys are liking this, smash the thumbs up, by the way, because it's pretty cool. I think like a way of doing this stuff. Like we can see how this goes, and we can see like maybe we'll make more of these if it takes off, or if not, we can carry on with clones.
Oh yeah. Oh guys, there's so much coming. Oh, you have no idea.
Yeah, dude, like we have so much planned for you guys.
Dude, and wait till you come to LA, Sonny.
I know, dude. Oh man. I feel like we're just getting. I feel like then it's gonna go to a whole different level of content creation.
We're gonna have like think about it like this, right? A video camera following us, like so Frankie's gonna have a video camera following us. That's basically that's going to record as we're typing, as we're kind of typing all in one the same place.
Yeah.
Right. Oh, holy shit.
Can you imagine that? Like we'll be coding and then you've got like a dynamic like
dude, the most epic coding ever. That's what it's gonna be like. Literally, you'll probably never see anybody code like that. Like camera panning around, showing the coding, of developers.
Exactly.
Live on YouTube.
And then literally, I reckon we'll even have we'll get all sorts of footage behind the scenes, like vlog style.
Oh man.
Oh,
and no, coding near the pool. There's a pool there too.
Yeah, that's it.
Oh man.
By the pool. Nice. So
Anyways.
guys, we want to get the YouTube logo, right? So that
Yeah.
YouTube where it says so let's go ahead and find YouTube logo. When I inspected, they didn't actually they pulled a weird sort of different one. So we're gonna go ahead and grab one from here. And let's go ahead and let's see which similar sort of closest to this. Let's maybe go ahead and grab this one. Maybe.
Oh, the one on the right. You see that on the one on the right? Oh no, that's a full image. Never mind.
This one's a transparent, so it's a
Yeah, let's use that. Let's use that.
Let's grab that, and then we go back to our code, and you can see here, image source, boom, there we go, PNG.
Nice.
So
Nice.
save that, and then if you go back now, you can see, okay, so this is good. Comes up massive.
Nice.
And you can
Damn,
see
that's
the
a
massive, like the burger menu icon over here, right?
nice.
So now, Vibor James
Okay.
says, Sonny, where do you work? Clever programmer, dude. Nice.
No, I think he meant like what country maybe, like he's like in London.
Oh, okay, yeah, London. Yeah, London.
Yeah.
Yeah, we work from London. Nas, where are you based?
I'm in Detroit, guys. In Detroit City.
That's it. Detroit City. All right, so the top. Okay, so now we've got it named as the header. So we've got the header. So header logo doesn't make sense for the container. We should say header left side maybe, and header right,
Okay.
or header.
Yeah.
Header left side and header right side. Let's just call it like that for now. Header left side, header right side, and then the left side we have logo. So now we're targeting that logo, which is the image, right? So now if we go here and we say header logo, let's just, so Nitan Titan says, thanks for the awesome videos. You are welcome, dude. We love that. And even Fahim Dinesh says, love you guys with the plans you have for us. It's always nice getting a little, like motivational boost, like halfway through.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
So header logo. So now, guys, there's a nice trick here, right? So you see it's huge, right? So
Yeah.
the first thing I'll do is I'll actually get the rough sizing of the sort of one that they have. So up here, what I'll do is I would inspect their one, and I would actually go ahead and toggle this sort of, inspect icon thing. And you can see like roughly the size is like, let's just say 100.
24 pixels.
Yeah. So,
height is 24.
so it's like height. Yeah. So height by, 80 by 24, right?
Yeah.
80 by 24. So what we could do is we can go back to our code and we can set it like something like this. We can say height is 24 pixels, width is 80 pixels. But notice how it's probably going to mess up the aspect ratio.
Yep.
So you guys all stretched, right?
Yeah.
So a trick.
So guys, actually, guys, who knows? In that case, how do you not make it be like that stretched? Like, what would you do to keep it the same aspect ratio, but yet still have the same height? Like, what would you do? Let us know in the comments below.
Exactly. Like, how do you fix
Yeah.
that issue? Yeah. Because that's quite it's quite an annoying issue as well. Like, as in, until I figured this one out, it was really, really sort of like painstaking to get that working.
Yeah.
Or like I would sort of mess around with these numbers until I had it perfect, and then I think they would drop it in the comments.
I think we can just give them the answer.
Yeah, object fit contain. That is the magic rule, guys. So you see, like it goes ahead, and right now, I mean, that looks.
Wait, what? I didn't even know that. Hold on, what? You can do that?
Yeah, dude. Object fit contain.
Wait, what? I didn't know that. I thought you just put the height and remove the width. That was my thing.
Oh
Basically,
no!
if
Like,
I just
object fit contain is this magical rule, dude. Like,
no
and then
way, bro.
Crazy, right? And like now, obviously, this I didn't like realize this picture probably has like some kind of
A lot of padding.
Yeah, maybe some.
It has a lot of padding.
So if we say like 30 pixels height, or maybe let's just
No way, bro.
crazy, right? So you see that, like, if I do 50 pixels height, you see that it keeps the aspect ratio.
Wow.
Which is nice, right?
Very nice. I didn't know that.
Yeah, it's dope.
Shit. Okay. All right. Okay.
To fix this, actually, what we'll do is we'll set the header height. So the header height on YouTube is, so we're talking about this height, is about maybe 50 pixels. So like, let's go ahead and check. So let's do a height of like 50 pixels. So the header, so you see that now it's got like a height of like roughly the same as this, right? And then what we can do is, because right now we're doing a display flex inside of there, we can say align items center. And as soon as we save that, you see like everything sort of like flex starting now. It's sort of centered it all, right? So
nice, beautiful.
Which is much nicer. And then what we could do is we can actually go ahead and make this one a little bit bigger now. So we can say 50 or something. And you see like then it sort of just fills it a bit more. Which is
nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
So that works. I don't know why the burger menu actually dropped below.
Wait. No, refresh it. You cached. This is not right.
I don't know why. Yeah, look, I think that happened when I did this, right? Because I think I actually messed I broke it a bit when I do this. You see that? Look, then it, because it's kind of pushing over into that element.
What? This makes no sense.
So what we could do is firstly let's sort out the spacing, and then we'll address.
Yeah, yeah. I think the next thing is like we need to figure out. So for example, like that. So for example, that input, that search box for one is like I think that's in the center, right? That
Yeah.
search box. And I think what we can do, Sunny, as well, is like Material UI actually has a really nice search box that we can just simply copy and actually use. Can we
Yeah.
not?
Let's just use that one because that one's much nicer than this. So that one is actually, let's go ahead and zoom out. That one is this one here. So I think it's input. Yes.
Yeah, it's like input. No, just CSS input based in just like an input element. Yeah.
Oh yeah, yeah. So it's literally just an input. Yeah. So
Yeah.
what we can go ahead and do is jump back to the code. We can say, boom, import, and then we can go down to our
Yeah.
input, and theirs is just a capital, and it takes all the same props as a normal one.
Does it really? Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Yeah,
All right.
it just takes all the same in props, and then see, it just changes it to theirs. But you see that the
Yeah.
default variant looks a bit different. So the variant that
Mhm.
we want, so they accept a prop called variant, and I think it's outlined is the one that we want. So
Is it? Okay.
now if you see, is it? Sure, it was outlined variant. I think if you do
No, it's
control space, okay, no, it's not. Input. Okay, that's really not gonna help me. Input. Go to the top. So you've got all of the stuff here. You've got color, input width. They usually have one called variant.
I think it's called. Hold on. Maybe it's called.
Let's have a.
Yeah, it should be outline. Yeah, outline should be the one.
Yeah, it's like usually something up.
But I think it's called a text field. I think it's not input. It's called a text field. No, Sunny?
Yeah. That's it. You're right. Yeah, text field API. Yeah, this one, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. And then you've got variant. Yeah, variant A outlined. There you go.
There you go. Yeah.
There's input. Yeah, you're right. So let's go ahead back to the code and change input to this text field. Go back here to this one. Get rid of this, and we can say variant. See now it's coming up. There we go. Equals, and you see then it pops up with autofill, and you can say outlined. And then now we check that out. So
Let's see.
Refresh. There we go. Okay.
Come on. Let's go.
Nice.
Oh man. Okay, it's just huge.
Yeah, it's way too big right now. And also the placeholder should say search, just like Google does.
Yeah.
So here, let's go ahead and just add that in. So we can say, oops. So placeholder equals search. And now if we do this and we refresh, there we go. Okay, so already when you add the search, it makes you feel a bit more sane, like it's not so ugly.
Yeah.
And even the icon button, let's fix that first, and then we can determine the header search size, because right now it's flex 1. So I think no, it's not flex 1, but we can determine that in a sec. So the button here, what we can actually do is set that to that icon, right? That hourglass icon. So if we go to MaterialUI, oops, what am I doing? Yeah, MaterialUI. So we can go here, we can go to search. So here, import search icon, go back to our code, and now we can do this. Oops. Import, there you go, search icon. Yeah, boom. And now if we go back, we can see that. So it's got it right there, right? So what I like to do here to fix this sort of issue is, this is all inside of header search, right? So header search, what we could do is we can say, instead of giving it, so flex 1 is to give up all the space, we can say it's got display flex. So that way the two children, including the things inside of it, are going to be inside. So they're going to be like sort of flex around, and then we can say align items.
Center.
Yep. And then you can see it does that. And then what we want to do is basically get back to this point. So we want that button to have the width of, see that button roughly?
But it's not even a button. Do we just use a button? We need to create a button, right?
Oh yeah.
We probably need to create a button first, and then a search icon within that button, right?
Yeah. I completely missed that. Yeah. So here we'll do, to import this easy, we can just do this. core.
Cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And then here what we can do is we can actually go ahead and make it so we can just wrap this.
Sonny, you're not showing the code, or you're not showing what you're doing.
Oops.
'Cause
Yeah.
yeah.
So guys, what I was doing here is I done button from core. So I've imported it from the core MaterialUI library. So you've got this. We import it here. Go down here. And what I did is, so get rid of this. We had the search icon before. What I'm doing now is instead just going to do button. So MaterialUI button, and then as the text, we'll have the search icon.
Nice.
You see that?
Nice.
Now this would actually be a button. There we go.
Hey, look at that.
Gives a nice sort of, feel. And then we can actually go ahead and actually make that variant an outline, I think. Variant is outlined, I think. Maybe that'll look.
I would say just keep it normal. Like, I think it looks good like that. No, without the out. Yeah.
I mean, if we gave, yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. So let's leave it as. Let's give it a background gray. You see, like it's got that sort of gray color, right? Like as in, if we check out their one, it's got like a gray sort of tone to it.
Yeah.
So let's go ahead and check that out and see. So you got search. Some of our object fit contains, and then they wrote emoji wash hands. Nice.
Oh man.
We got header search. Okay, so button color. I think you can actually pass in a color.
What's up?
Oh no, we don't want to do that. So let's just do class name.
No.
And let's just do header search.
I think you can.
And here, because we're actually applying a style to a MaterialUI button, we might actually have to do a special thing. And in this case, let's just do light gray. But you have to do dash exclamation mark important to override the rules.
Yeah.
So you see that? Then we get that. Yeah. So light gray is a bit too light. But I mean, at this point, let's just get it styled a bit more so it sort of looks along the right track.
Yeah.
So here we need to fix that height issue. So the height issue here is because the outside container, let's just say, so right now the one that we're trying to get to is this right here, right?
Yeah, which is the height of this one is specifically is about, like, if you look at that,
maybe like 30 pixels? Or no, 20? No, 25, 30.
30.
30,
Well,
yeah.
it looks like it's 32 pixels.
Yeah, so
But it's 30 pixels, but then the border is pixels. So yeah, it's 30 pixels height.
yeah. So if we save that now, you can see.
Will it change? I'm curious, actually. I also I almost feel like it won't change.
Yeah, because I feel like the text filled. Wait, so this is interesting actually. Let's just double check.
Because I think MaterialUI has like a default height, no?
Yeah, I think you're right. Yeah, like it's got some default stuff. You see that? Like inside of it?
Yeah. It's got a lot of padding. Holy shit, it's a lot of padding.
Yeah, you see that. So we did apply the right, and that looks like the right height, right? But what we can do now,
Yeah.
we can actually go in and inside here, so we can get, say, class name of header, and let's just call this one the header input. And you can see why BEM comes in handy here as well. Like you say padding of 0 pixels important. No?
I'm trying to figure out how to set the height of a text field.
Header input. Let's just mess around with it here. So you see they've got display input min width, vertical, align, flex direction. So padding is 0. We could say margin of 0 maybe. No? Well, let's just say height of 30 pixels. No.
No. I mean, if you, I think it's all from the padding. If you remove, so I think the reason why is it's all from the padding that's coming.
Oh,
right?
No, it's the actual input inside of it. You see that?
Yeah.
So I think we actually have to target the input. So I think what we could do maybe
Try. No. Go back, Sonny. Go back. You see that? You see how it says padding 18.5 pixels
Yeah. So
right there.
it
See
gets
that?
it gets rid of it, right?
Yeah.
But what we can do is,
Yeah.
because this is nested inside of MaterialUI's classes, we can target our header input, and we can say, I think you can do this, right?
Yeah. Yes, you can. Yes, you can.
And then, oh god, that's horrible.
No, I would say just put padding for top is like, oh god, 20 pixels.
Oh, that's huge.
A lot. Yeah. Do like 10 or 5
Oh,
or 10.
nice. Okay, so it's good.
Okay, it's not bad. It's not bad.
Thanks.
It's kind of there. 8,
Okay.
7. There you go.
Yeah,
Keep it there.
we're good with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, dope. So we've got that roughly. The button needs to get like the right height as well. So you can say here,
Yeah.
the height here is 100, so it's 33. So we can just give the button a height of 33 to sort of go perfectly.
And I would say we also need to have like a margin, like I might have margin right as well for the input, because
Yeah.
it looks like that input is not going to look exactly the same as what the one that we have.
You mean, yeah, it's not gonna look exactly the same as that.
Yeah. We can make it look like the same, but that's gonna require custom CSS.
Yeah, I think for that we'll save it for the YouTube clone where we go like super
Yeah.
depth, right? Like height.
Yeah.
Let's just say 30 pixels, something like this. Oops, no, so it's not that one. Let's just say 30. Okay, it's gonna take a while. So let's just say 33. Okay, so there we go. Something like that for now.
Nice. Yeah.
For the right logos for now, should we maybe go ahead and put something like just the avatar on the right?
Yeah, but okay, I mean, for example, you can put so hold on. So on the right hand side, you can just
Oh,
copy notifications logo, put it in there. Copy a what's it called? And an icon logo, put it there, and then put an avatar.
we could just use Material UI, right?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
Oh
Exactly.
yeah. Good, cool. Yeah, so here we'll just do something like an alert sort of bell, or like is it bell? Yeah, so like something like this.
Yeah, notification. Yeah, there we go. Exactly that.
So something like this, like
Yeah, it's
so,
exactly the one they use.
so notifications icon, and that can go here in the right side. Oops. Like that. And then you can see on the right now we'll have the little bell. And then we can also have the sort of, so let's go ahead and check. So we've got the notification bell, we've got the grid, and we've got like a live, right?
Yeah.
So the grid can be like here, we can say grid. Oh, no. Okay, nice. Yeah.
There you go. The apps grid. Yeah.
So guys, you can tell like because it's Google, you're gonna get the exact icon set as well, which is really nice.
Yeah.
So that one came before that. So we had this apps icon, and then we also had. Oh, oops! I didn't show my code there, guys. I just added this apps icon to the right side. So we've got the apps icon, then we've got the notification icon, and then we also had the. Let's go ahead and check. We've got the live icon, right? So some kind of live.
I think it's like that's actually like a video ad icon. So like a video. I think it's like a video icon or
There,
like there we go. Video call. Yeah.
nice. So now we've got video call. Video call.
Mhm.
Okay, so we've got video call. Oops. Nice. So now we can see we should have all the icons. Okay, but the video call came before, and then we had an avatar at the end. So that's pretty cool. So we almost got there. So now if we check out the YouTube one. So I mean, at this point, should we? Yeah, okay, so that's good. Yeah. So I think let's actually maybe focus on the functionality of, so let's get rid of obviously the right logo. That looks horrible. So let's get rid of this big text here.
Yep.
Yeah. And there we go.
Good.
Nice.
Nice.
Yeah. And I mean, if they even have an avatar, we could maybe just chuck that in there as a placeholder for now.
Yeah, I mean, so hold on. So here's how we think about it. So, how do we want to do this? Do we want to put now functionality into this where you actually click and that displays a modal? How do we want to do this, or should we do this into like a part two? What do you think?
I think maybe for this tutorial, I mean, maybe we should do, so we could maybe leave the sidebar as a sidebar sort of placeholder,
Yeah,
and we can
yeah,
maybe implement the modal functionality so that way we could demonstrate how you could have that inside. So it's a thumbnail testing app, so it's going to show roughly what it's going to look like, and then we could basically put in the dummy data. But I think the rest of the sort of, like getting it to look exactly like YouTube, we could
yeah,
save
yeah,
for the
yeah,
YouTube clone.
yeah, yeah. So I would say let's focus on the functionality, or actually like bringing up just a modal, and then is this gonna work with Firebase and actually saving this data or what?
No, no. So right now this is going to be all local, just to sort of test what something would look like.
Gotcha,
Yeah.
gotcha, gotcha, gotcha.
And then what we could do is actually, so this is all sort of to show you guys sort of like, like getting it set up and getting everything sort of like up to this point and this and that, like, and the sort of things that we experienced, like when we ran into it. And then what
Yeah,
we could possibly like sort of finish it off and like this and that, and then share the end result with you guys as well, like it's sort of,
yeah,
and then the YouTube clone would be like a complete build that we kind of go through
yeah.
then.
But I'm curious, Sunny. Like if we're gonna do like if we're going to do actual functionality of uploading like a thumbnail, don't we still have to use like a Firebase in order to upload to a database so that we have a URL to display an image?
No, so I was thinking maybe literally we just had some kind of button. So literally, like if you had, imagine like a button here which says, so imagine like on the third one, right? So like on, say this,
Okay.
let's say like here we said this one is custom, yeah. So like here,
Mhm.
this one is custom, and then let's just go to video card, and this accepts a is custom, right?
Okay.
And
Okay.
then what happens is that if it's custom, so let's go here and let's just show, so where we would normally have the thumbnail, right?
Okay.
Here we can say if it's custom, then have some
Mhm.
stuff. Otherwise, have.
Oh, so like just have a basically a thumbnail a URL that's like different that's a so we just give a URL image ourselves.
Yeah, like in this case, we can maybe have like a button. Like we'll implement some functionality here, but it'll be something like this. It'll be like upload thumbnail, something along this line. So something along this line of like, so you see, like it'll say something like this: upload thumbnail, or like it'll be like a big square button or whatever, and then it'll say like we click it, it would open a file
Yeah.
picker.
Okay.
Oh, we could actually just do it as simple as that. It would open a file picker, and then that would give you the
Okay.
URL.
Oh, and that will give us the URL to your local machine.
Yeah, so this would be a local image that you could
Yeah.
use to test out the thing, right? Or
Yeah, I mean that go ahead.
I was thinking, or we could actually have it so that it pops up a modal saying enter a URL,
Yeah.
and then we could just maybe go, and then you could basically put any URL in. So like, what do you think?
Oh, like any URL with an image. Let's actually do that. That would be easier. Yeah, let's basically where it's like if it's a modal, you give it a URL. Let's do that. I think that'll be easier for now.
Yeah,
What do you think?
yeah, I think so too. I think that'd be a nice, and that will actually work quite nicely here.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, what we could do is
So basically what we now only is a modal, right? Just a modal,
yeah.
right? And then a click of that modal, basically, and then that modal will need to pass back the URL from the text field
Exactly,
or URL field.
and luckily, Material UI has really nice modals. So pretty much we can
Yeah.
go ahead and copy this modal right here. So this needs state and a bunch of things. So like here, what we can do is I've used this modal before.
Uh-huh.
To get it up and running nicely, what we can just do is we can copy this bit. So we just have a modal. So let's go back to our code. So let's go into our video card. So let's make this a bit clean, and let's just have a bunch of save, back. Oh my god, so many cards. Okay, so here. So now what we can do is before we actually have this, get rid of this comment. So we can say const modal equals boom, and this would be our modal. So like in a JSX sort of fragment.
Yeah.
Right. And then guys, we need a piece of state which is going to keep track of, like if it's open or not. So in React, we have sort of the React way of writing variables is through sort of through state. So this is how you use the use state hook. So you see here, we can actually auto import it. And basically this is how you set up a variable in React, in like the React way. We can say that,
Okay.
right? So we're actually creating a variable called open. This is the sort of function we call whenever we want to change what open is, right? So if we want to change the value of it, we call this function, and then it basically changes the value of it, but then it re-renders everything in React's way, right?
Yeah.
And the initial value of that variable is false. So that way we're telling it it's Boolean as well.
Nice.
So then that gets assigned here. So the modal will be open if this is true. And then here on close, what we can do is we need to write a function. So const on close. And this is a function which is basically just going to essentially just say, so like when you close, we basically just want to set open to false.
But that's where also we will save the URL as well. But that's gonna be for later.
Yeah. So save URL logic will go here. Yeah.
Yeah.
And then we don't need this stuff right now. The body of this stuff. So if we go and check out what they have. So in their demo, they actually had something like this. So they actually had some like sort of styling and this and that. But I mean, we could use their styling. But I mean, in our case, we just want an input field to kind of pop up.
We want an in text field, right? So we still have to specify the body is, but we just put we have to put in a text field in the body.
Oh yeah, let's just use a div in the text field.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
So here we can just say a sort of text field. So text field, and we use the text field in what file was it? It was video.
It was in.
Was it in the? No, we're in video card. It was in the.
Oh no, the text was in the search. That search one.
So header.
Header, yeah.
Yeah, so this one here. So we can go ahead and import that here. So import text field, and let's go ahead and do it here. So text field, and if we go over here, we can see handle close is not defined. So handle close. Oh, yeah.
Oh yeah, because you have the same, yeah.
And now, if we go, and there's going to be nothing which actually opens the okay, so cannot access modal. Okay, so we haven't even brought in the modal. Yeah, so here what we need to do is we need to go ahead and say import modal from something like this, modal. And this should fix it. I think that's how you import the modal. Okay, so I think now the computer's starting to slowly die. Yeah.
It's like, come on.
I know, it's like, come on, you can do it.
Help me out here.
Modal. That's
why the command key is trying to chip away, you know?
I know, right? Oh, right. We're not actually using the modal, I don't think. So open is modal.
Yeah, you have to click. Well, don't we have to set open on the click of a certain something?
We do, but I mean, like this should be like we basically just pop the modal there, and then it should cannot access modal before initialization. But where are we accessing modal before initializing it? Here.
Hold on.
Right, so in the return block we have modal, blah blah blah.
So you're importing modal, yeah, you are.
Modal. Oh, okay, of course, yeah, because I'm actually calling it modal here as well. Right. So in this case,
yeah.
Let's actually just use the thing over here rather than having that.
Yeah, let's use it.
Because it's only a few lines of code. So here we can say modal. There we go. Nice. And then handle closes that. Nice. That should be all good now. So yeah, there we go. So now we'll have it when we click upload thumbnail, it will open up that modal. Right? So on click. So on click here, what we can do is we can say we can do an inline function. We can just say set open to be true. And now what we can do is if I go ahead and do upload thumbnail. So you see it opens up in that corner, a little text field, right? So I mean that's not ideal right now.
Oh shit.
Yeah.
How do we make it open on the center?
So what we can do is they actually pass in a bunch of things. They pass in, so their documentation says. So let me go ahead and switch it to that. So it says like a div. So what we can do is just quickly go ahead and we'll copy in their sort of style roughly into our app. So we have a div, and then that was a closed div. And this actually means that, so what they actually do here is you see like they've got this right here, but then they've also got the sort of like modal style here. So, and the classes, so we need these two things. So right now I'm just going in and I'm basically going ahead and copying that inside here.
Gotcha.
The cons use styles, and then we need to do some imports and stuff like that. And then what we're going to go ahead and do is basically I'm just going to go ahead and copy this pretty much block here. So I mean we can refactor this, but the point is that we're just kind of getting past this issue right now. But when we did the full build, we can pretty much go ahead and right now they're doing a random left and right. You see that? So we just want it to be centered every time, so we don't need the random. Because what they were doing is every time they clicked open modal,
that's so interesting.
It was popping in different spots to show, like on the sort of demo, how it can pop up in different areas. But here, what we can say is if we save it and we go back, make styles is not defined because make styles is not defined on line 17. So make styles.
Yeah, that is true. Where's make styles?
So we can import from MaterialUI core.
Nice.
And now,
let's see.
Just refresh. And we can see come on. We
Come on.
Hey, now we have the little URL.
Hey, search box. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
So now we have okay, so we got a search box, and the only thing we probably need is like just a submit button or a submit button near that search text field, right?
Exactly. So at this point we have a text field, but we can actually make this a bit more nicer. We can actually just do a little form, put the text field inside of it like this, have a button, so a MaterialUI button. So I'm going to go ahead and pull in auto import from MaterialUI. Do this, and we can say submit, or we can say set image URL. Yeah. And then when we click that button, we can actually, so firstly, if we set the type of this to submit, then it will submit the form, right? Whatever.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So if you set the type of submit, it means that you get that enter key behavior. So you know when you're typing into the input field.
Yeah.
Because it's all inside of a form, you'll get that behavior by default. So remember, when we type into this field, so when we type into that upload, when that field pops up, we actually need to keep track of what we're typing. So the quick way of doing that is we need to keep a piece of state to keep track of what's inside there. So here we can say input text. Yeah. Or in this case, it's actually the image URL, I guess.
Yeah. And then
set
image URL.
Exactly. Set image URL. So here what we can do is, and then by default, it's, I mean, you could set a placeholder. I mean, no, we leave it as blank for now.
Yeah.
Image URL. And then what we can do is we can go ahead and say here that the value is the image URL. And the on change, so every time you sort of type in something, we're going to say set image URL to be e.target.value. And that means that every time we type inside that text field, it's going to update our state, the image URL state.
Oh, okay, I see.
Yeah. And then on here, what we need to do is on click, we need to do handle close. Right? Because when you click that button, handle close, and then that's also where we basically do our sort of, I mean, actually at this point, we don't even need we actually are saving the URL. Yeah, we're actually doing it as we do it there. So, okay, so at this point, what we can do is upload thumbnail. So we can actually go ahead and click on upload thumbnail, and you can see like here. So now let's just say we were to grab, so let's just say ABC, and we set image URL. So now in our state, it would actually be ABC, and actually it would be, okay, so this is actually something interesting now. So when we do this, right,
Yeah.
We don't actually. I think what we should do at this point is we should have a piece of state for the input. Yeah, so set input. Reason being is because if you do it like that, then it's actually going to dynamically change the background before you've even clicked submit. The way we're going to do it.
Yeah. So if basically instead of unchanged, you would do on input or like on submit, right?
Yeah, so we actually need another piece of state for the image. So we have one for the input and one for the image. The reason being, it'll make sense in a second, but like if we do it like
Yeah.
this, so the input would be
But,
one.
but you don't even need. Oh no, you're right. You well, I mean, can't you just simply just pass in can you just simply pass in a value from the text field
You
into a function?
you
Like the e target the value, right? So look, check this out. Look, if you're inside here, look, right? E target the value, basically, oh, you don't have that because
because
you can only do on submit. You're
yeah,
right.
this
You're
is a
right.
different
My bad. My
component.
bad.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Um.
gotcha. So from my understanding, just so, like, from my understanding, if we go back to videocard.js, from my understanding, what's gonna happen is this. So the text field right here, as you type, it's going to save the input text, right?
Yeah.
But the actual image URL is going to be saved only once you hit the button,
Exactly.
right? So
Yeah.
once you hit the button, hey, submit, then the new URL is going to be set as Sonny is typing right now, and then we're going to use the image URL to finally show on the front page.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then what we also need to do is because we're using a form here, we need to actually say that it gets an event when you submit, and you need to say e.prevent default. Otherwise, it refreshes the page. And in React, we hate refreshes.
Yeah.
Right. So we have to do that. So now, with this said, what it should do is it will actually set the image URL, and then it'll set open to false. But we're not actually using the image URL anywhere. So remember here we actually said if it's custom, then this, right? So here what we could do is we could say if it's custom and there is no image URL,
Mm-hmm.
then show that upload thumbnail. Or like let's just say a select thumbnail. Let's just say select thumbnail. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And then what would happen is it would show this in the beginning. So image URL is not defined. So image URL, interesting. Image URL is not defined. Image URL. Okay, image URL.
Did we spell it wrong? Yeah, it looks like. Yeah.
So now we need to do that. We can see. Okay, so now if we do select thumbnail, and
Mm-hmm.
then we do this, and then here, if I go to oh my god, was I not sharing the screen the entire time?
No, you were just sharing. You were sharing the code. No, you're fine.
Oh yeah, I'm good. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I
Yeah,
thought.
you're fine.
Yeah. So now
Yeah,
what I'm
you're
gonna do is
fine.
let's go ahead and find like a thumbnail. So let's go ahead and type in thumbnail coding.
I know. I've been in situations too where like I'm showing something like on Zoom. I'm like, and they'll be like, "What are you showing us?" I'm like, "Oh shit."
Yeah, and then you're like, oh damn it, I don't know what that was,
Yeah.
or some dodgy picture comes up. So let's do copy image address. So now what we can do, hopefully, is if we go here and I do this. So we do okay. So actually, this may not work. So if I do set image URL, see you see that? Okay, so that's right. That is right. But what it actually did there is it did render it because the condition was no longer true. So it rendered this one, but the
Mhm.
source here, right? So what we actually need to say
Change.
is, yeah, we need to say first check if the image URL exists. Otherwise,
Well, do we need to check? Check?
yeah, because the reason why is because what's happening now is that it's basically it's saying it was custom, so it showed the button and there was no image URL, so it showed that set custom.
Oh, that makes sense. Yeah,
And
yeah,
then
yeah.
afterwards render out the firstly check if there is an image URL, which would only be present if it
Mhm.
was custom. Otherwise, just show a thumbnail URL.
Gotcha. Makes sense. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So now let's go ahead and click select
Let's try
thumbnail.
it.
And then we do this, and we do paste, and we do set image URL. Hey, look at that.
Hey, would you look at that?
Nice.
Nice,
Yeah, it's
nice, nice,
because
nice.
the
Muy bueno.
aspect ratio and stuff like that's messed up. But I think what we could do
Yeah,
here is we could actually set the height of the, you know, the height of it correctly.
yeah, we can do. Yeah. Usually, like what I would do is like I would have like a background image. Like I would set the div, like I create a div with a specific height, and then you have like a background image.
Yeah.
Which is like which will fit the div, right? But you know, I think
Yeah, I know.
in our case.
In this case, like what we could do.
Honestly, though, Sonny, this doesn't matter. Because here's the thing: when when you are going to test out a thumbnail image, you are going to have the exact same aspect ratio.
Yeah,
So you just have
exactly.
to you have to make sure, because you're not going to upload an image that's a different aspect ratio. There we go.
Like that, right? Exactly.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And then I guess like even for like the test video, I mean like this stuff we could include in the modal, I guess.
In like the actual like submit stuff.
As in the text,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean we could just do like a title, if you want to do a title really quickly.
Yeah,
Just
so let's just do
another use state and a title
yeah. So we'll
text
just
field.
so what we could do is we could do const and then here we could say and this
Hold on,
one
can I actually try this one?
yeah,
Can
go
I
for it.
actually try this one?
You do it,
Okay.
yeah.
So if we have, so we're gonna create a title basically, right?
Yeah.
And obviously you're gonna use state so that we can save that title.
Yeah.
Use state, and by default we're just gonna basically just be nothing, right?
Yeah.
Well, can we actually have a default be like a test title?
So remember this one isn't gonna be shown because we're only gonna check we need some kind of logic.
What if we do show it though? Oh,
Because
what
then
if we
it's gonna
do?
change all of the ones. Remember, we need some kind of
Oh, yeah. That's true.
yeah.
That's true. So it's just gonna be an empty string. Got it. That's true. Got it. So I'm gonna save that. So that's fine. Then I'm going to go to the text field and I'm going to. Oh, are you following me?
Yep. Oh no, I'm not. Okay.
Okay.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yeah. Text field. I'm going to copy this text field now, and then I'm just going to create another one.
Yep.
Right. Except in this one, the value of this one is going to be actually. I need to create another one, which is going to be in a title input, right?
Yeah. To be fair, I mean, for the title, yeah, but you're right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Title input. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's keep it consistent.
Yeah. Set title input, right? Right. Equals use state.
Yeah.
We're also going to set that to nothing. Okay. So save that. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's go back to the text field. We're going to say the title input for this one, right? So title input, because we want to keep track of the title as you are typing.
Yeah.
And then we will do set title input, right?
Yeah.
Set title input. Beautiful. Okay. So that's going to be that. Let's go and just save this and see how this looks like. So if we save that.
Yep. So
And
save that and then
yeah, and then open it inside.
identify title has. Oh, okay. Remember, our prop was actually called title.
Oh, okay. So hold on. So we're gonna say uh thumb title like this.
We could do thumb title. Yeah.
Yeah. Set thumb title. I know it sounds weird. I know, man. We'll just keep us that. We'll keep it and then title input. Okay. And then title input. There we go. And that's fine. All right, so save that.
Yeah. You need to refactor your variables, the ones that we're using. So yep. So oh no,
This
that
was
one,
the same.
that one's
Yeah.
good. Yeah. So but in the
Yeah.
handle close, you need to actually use your thumb title, right?
Yeah. But not yet. I just want to see how it looks like for now.
Okay. Yeah. So now what we could do is we can save that, and then we go back, and here.
See?
So nice. Okay, so this is actually so that we've got two things here, but because it's like defaulting it to a row. You see that?
So we should add like a placeholder, right? Should we add
Yes,
like a placeholder?
exactly.
Yeah, so let's do that right now. So I'm gonna say text field placeholder
Yeah.
for this one. And this is just gonna be like image URL.
Yeah.
Like this, right? And the placeholder for this one is going to be title.
Exactly.
Right? So save that. Okay.
Yep. So we'll save that. Let's go over here and now refresh. Let's go select thumbnail. And we should. Hey, nice.
Alright, sweet. So we kind of got it. It's not fancy, but it's fine, but it works.
Yeah.
Okay, so then on close, all we have to do, guys, is simply we do set title. Wait, no, hold on, set thumb title, right?
Yeah.
Title, and we will. And guys, in the comments below, which one would we use in terms of the input? Which one would we use? Well, we would use this one because that's the one that is being changed by the actual input, right? As you type. So I'm gonna say title input. Right there, boom. And so now we actually have to use that in our JSX. Okay.
Exactly.
So here's our title. So what do we do in this case? So we will say basically it's either basically what we can do a few things. Either we do it like this. So we say thumb title. Actually, what did I say? Can I get a suggestions? Thumb title.
Yeah.
Or oh wait no. Or title like this, right?
Yeah.
Can we just do like that?
We can do that. Yeah. Because by default
Okay.
it would be commas, right? It would be like blank thumb title.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if we go now to, we now take a look at what's going on. So let's try it again. So it's like thumbnail, image.
Set this one, and let's just do set image. Hey, there we go.
Hey, would you look at that?
Nice.
Oh, dang.
That's it, and that's nice. And
Sweet.
like that would basically be repeated for the rest of it. So we would repeat that here, we'd repeat that here, we'd repeat that for this, right?
Yeah.
And then we'd essentially get like, and that's actually pretty cool. That's actually really handy. Like
Yeah.
and then
Like when we actually make a full YouTube clone, we can implement the functionality of this into the YouTube clone, right? And so now you have a full YouTube clone that looks exactly like YouTube, but you add the functionality of selecting a thumbnail to it. Voila.
That would be dope. That would be really nice. Yeah, that would be super cool, man. And then that would mean that like we'd literally have the actual YouTube clone with the thumbnail. And now we've already figured out how to do the thumbnail stuff. So now like just to show you guys again, because that's really cool. That's really, really nice. So like here, like if we do this and then we say like, let's just say like, let's build, So in this case, we'd start this bit, but it would say, let's build an app. And then we do this and you see that, let's build an app. Nice. Okay, nice. And then in that case, what we would end up having, guys, is literally a case of we would go ahead and build out the rest of this stuff. So imagine like we would have the rest of this. So you can actually see like, look at the transition there. Like we're actually getting there. Like you see that we saw. Yeah. It was pretty much.
We're not far, guys. Give us some fire for this. Like, sir, guys, give us some fire in the comments below. Because look at this. I mean, it's pretty. I mean, okay, I know it's not perfect.
Yeah.
We still got some good styling to do, but it's almost there.
Exactly. And guys, the one thing that we'll say is that usually it's like it's very well like pre-prepared, but this was like completely from scratch. So this was like a complete from scratch. Like we just was running through this and we were showing you like as we were comparing against YouTube. So a lot of the other sort of videos we have like sort of prepared things beforehand and we sort of run through code and this and that. Boys, in this case, it was a real demonstration of actually like running through it with us as we built something. So it kind of gives you guys some reality as to how real builds go when you actually do this stuff. And you can see like in terms of actually similarities, like it's it's getting there in terms of like obviously it's
not bad at all.
Imagine the sidebar was sort of pushed into it as well. Like you'd have quite a lot already here that's looking similar, right?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Like literally, we're not far off. I mean, yeah, but I mean, there's some styling you have to do and stuff like that. But once we get that, we're good, man.
Nice. I tell you, should we maybe take questions now? What do you think, Nos?
Yeah, let's take some questions. If you guys have any questions, let us know if you got any questions. You know, development related, you know, life related, and just nothing personal life related. Maybe. Well, we'll see.
Yeah. I haven't. Let me get your Instagram handle, Nos, so that way, like, maybe we can just end it off with a nice little, you know, finisher.
Yeah.
Because let me get your Insta up here. So Nos. So guys, yeah, shoot us your questions down below, and we can pretty much answer anything that you guys want to ask.
Yeah. And
It
if you
is.
guys get any ideas for what you guys want us to build next, let us know in the comments below as well. And like obviously we want to obviously we're here to build, we're here to teach, and we're here to build with you guys. So, just let us know and we'll try to figure it out,
Oh,
Maybe you want to build a machine learning system, who knows?
exactly. Yeah, you guys might want to build that. Like, I see a lot of people actually asking for like machine learning stuff. So
No, literally, Sunny, we should do it. We should use TensorFlow JS, honestly.
yeah, we
Like
should.
we could do that.
Yeah, we should. That'd be dope. Like, and I
Like
think you can actually use TensorFlow models with Firebase.
yeah, and then there's a really cool thing. Actually, maybe I can send you this video. This guy, and maybe you can show this actually. Hold on, where is this? There's a really cool video showing TensorFlow how you can crop a person out. You can build using JavaScript. You can build this cool thing where
Yeah.
it will crop a person out and put him in a different setting.
Oh, nice. Really?
Yeah, yeah. Hold on, maybe I can show it to you for everybody to see as well. While everybody's typing any questions, it's just so cool, man.
Oh, that's somebody just dropped Slack clone.
Oh,
That's I've
that
never
would be
I never
interesting.
thought of a Slack clone. Yeah, so Steve
Yeah,
McCarty said a Slack clone. That's a really nice idea. Like, didn't even
yeah,
think of that. That would be and that would be really cool to build with Firebase actually.
yeah.
Um, so Redam says, "I am late for the live session. May I come in?" You may.
Yes, okay, Don, you may come in.
Yeah.
That is hilarious.
Yeah. So a few people says Hughes used TensorFlow. So guys, in case you're wondering what TensorFlow is, while Naz is finding his video, so TensorFlow is like here is the website. It's an end-to-end open source machine learning platform. It's very popular, and essentially like it's a way. So machine learning works in a way. Basically, you train models, right? You train
Yeah,
models, and basically what happens is you have some input that goes into the model. Like imagine like a box in the middle, right? That's the model that takes the input, basically determines. So I'm not going to go into how machine learning really works down to like a nitty
yeah,
gritty sort of level, but like it'll take that input and it'll give you some kind of output which you can use. So and in some cases it'll be like, is this a face or is this not a face, right?
yeah, yeah,
Is this sort of a person or is this not a person? And those models, the way you train them and the way it sort of works, like platforms like TensorFlow are sort of very reusable sort of platforms to use, and they're very good when it comes to sort of like a lot of production companies use things like TensorFlow, and I think Firebase use them as well.
yeah, yeah. Hold on, I think I can find it. I think I can find it.
So a lot of people
Huh.
are saying yes, machine learning definitely.
That'd be
Hassan
really
says machine
cool.
learning, yes. So Facebook clone, somebody said we actually went ahead and built not a Facebook clone as such, but we built a Facebook Messenger app. So if you guys are interested in that, definitely go check that out. It's a real-time Facebook Messenger app, which is really, really nice. So Evil Namekian says, why do you need CSS when you have a web design in web development? So CSS is everything underneath what allows you to have some kind of design in web development. So yeah, so you need CSS is so web dev consists of three things: HTML, CSS, JavaScript. CSS is what makes it look pretty. It's why we got the app looking the way it looked, even though it wasn't the most prettiest. But we got it
We tried
very
our
pretty.
best for the time we had.
Exactly, like in terms of like yeah, guys, like we built that from scratch from the get
Yeah,
go.
yeah, yeah,
And at the same point, like when you're so this is one thing I do want to sort of stress. Like Nas, do you find that like so a lot of people talk about flow state, right? Like when you're sort of coding and you go into flow
yeah,
state, I definitely go into a sort of flow state when I'm sort of coding. And like if I'm sort of like even when I'm pair programming or doing something, your speed, like there's this trade-offs, guys, because like pair programming, like you're gonna learn new things, right? You're gonna
yeah,
learn things and shortcuts and things like that you didn't know. But when you
yeah.
sort of code a lot and you get used to like sort of coding yourself, you can actually do a lot by yourself in some areas. And like when you sort of tend to sort of like a lot of people would just chuck on some music and start coding, then like
Mm,
you'll sort of get into a flow state and like you could actually sort of go crazy. And like I actually built the Netflix app really fast. Like I was shocked. Like the
yeah,
Netflix app, the sort of YouTube clone, I'm not YouTube clone, the Instagram clone, like you can go into those sort of like very focused states. So but when we're sort of live streaming and we're talking and we're explaining, it
yeah,
will take a longer time, yeah.
yeah. But guys, yeah, freaking Sonny built an amazing Netflix code. So I just want to say, like, give Sonny a round of applause in the comments because he just killed it. He's just so good and it looks good. And literally, you cannot even compare it. Like, I mean, you can barely tell the difference between like Netflix clone, and the real Netflix. So yeah,
Thank
but
you.
awesome job on that, man. Awesome
That
job on that.
was this one right here, Netflix clone. So this was a fun project, dude. Like I remember, like I
Yeah.
literally just like Kazi was like, "Yo, like maybe we should build Netflix clone," and I was like, "Okay," like, and then I was like, "Okay, let me see if there's like a movie API library," and I just sort of like threw on some music, and before you know it, this thing was built. Like, yeah, just,
In 2 or 3 hours.
yeah, just gave birth to this thing in 3 hours. Like,
Oh man.
and you guys love
Maybe
this
maybe
app.
maybe we should maybe we should just make him Netflix competitor, you know?
Yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, maybe we should just do that.
By the way, Sunny, I sent you a video. Of the TensorFlow thing. Take a
Oh
look at
yeah,
it. I sent on Slack.
let's have
Yeah,
that.
check it out.
So real time teleportation in. So let me see if I can get this up. It might not be the smoothest for everyone, but let's go ahead and see. Like, okay, so you see that? So like,
So look, so check this out. He is actually in his room right there, right? He's in his room. The TensorFlow JS is cutting him out and putting him on a different phone. Look at that.
oh damn.
So the camera is actually in his room and it's just him dancing. But it's putting him in a different location where he's just simply using his phone.
That's insane. So like guys, can you see
Yeah.
like literally this is the video feed, right? It gets fed
Yeah.
into like a TensorFlow model, like so, and then they basically crop out this image, and then it's rendering him on, or it's like projecting him onto
Yeah.
a different camera, right, or something, or like
Augmented reality. It's
yeah.
called augmented reality. Yeah.
Damn, that's insane. That,
Guys, who wants us to build that? Let us know in the comments below.
yeah, that would I think that would be cool, man. That would be cool. Yeah, hell yeah, let's do that.
Freaking building augmented reality.
Yeah, and this guy built it pretty recently. This was in April 20th. Oh damn.
Yep.
Awesome. So we have a
So that
few.
would be a lot of fun.
Nice. You guys are awesome. Can't wait to finish coding them all. Oh, thank you very much. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
And guys, if you enjoyed this, like shoot an Instagram story, post it for us. We love to have conversations with you guys.
Yeah.
Instagram tags are over here, and Naz's is over there.
Wait.
It's always such a hard, like I'm always pointing at my
Wait.
mic, and I'm like, is that one right there?
There we go. Okay, maybe you're right. Maybe I should just go like this.
Yeah.
Oh, actually, I think honestly that's the easiest way. Just point to your mic.
You know what, Naz? I feel like I've got my stream deck in the perfect position. If I point at it, it just so like it literally goes every time it's in the right
Oh
place.
man.
Nice.
That's hilarious, man. So yeah, guys, tag us in your Instagram. Let us know what else you want to see from us, and we'll be happy to build some more stuff. This is what we're here to do.
Ola Kunle says, you guys are amazing. We appreciate you guys. We love you guys and the support that you guys give us. Steve McCarty says, you'll spend weeks training the model. So, like this is the thing, guys. Like a lot of TensorFlow and even Firebase, they have models that you can go and just use, right? They have models which have been pre-trained on on God knows how much data. They're probably constantly improving as well because models do require huge amounts of data, and then you can pretty much use stuff on TensorFlow, you can use stuff on Firebase, and they save you that hassle. So
yeah. So Sonny, somebody asked a question here. Do you play chess?
Oh, okay. Let's answer that one first. So Evil Namekin says, "Do you play? I do play chess. Probably not.
You do play chess?
Probably,
Wait, what? Wait, you play chess?
I mean, I'm not a professional. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm pro. I can solve a Rubik's cube.
Okay. Oh, okay. All right.
Like,
Oh,
I don't
shit.
play chess.
Well, hey, you ever play Kazi?
I haven't. No, I would like to play Kazi.
Oh man, you have to play Kazi, man.
Yeah, he competed, didn't he? He played like
this guy is a beast at chess. I mean that's what he does. Is like I just saw it literally come in. Like it was one time, just a funny story, quick little story.
Yeah.
One time I was going live. This was during the challenge, like the JavaScript challenge.
Yeah.
And I was like 20 minutes from going live, and Kazi sends me, "Hey, bro, let's just play some chess,"
I think
and
I
he sent me a
remember
link
this. Yeah.
to play chess. I'm like, bro, I'm in 20 minutes. I'm going live. What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah.
He's like, yeah, let's just play some chess. So we end up playing some chess.
I remember. I think I jumped on. I was like, "Yo, guys, like, what are you guys doing?" And then I think I was like, I just saw a chessboard and you and Nas. I was like, "What the hell is happening?"
Yeah, yeah,
That's
yeah.
so
So that was
funny.
really funny.
Yeah. Troy Mitchell dropped a nice comment. He says, "You guys blew the doors off all learning platforms. Great jobs. Love that.
Nice. Thank
Really
you.
love that."
Troy, are you in Prophet JavaScript, by the way?
Oh yeah.
Troy. Yeah. Oh, we should mention that. We mentioned that at all here?
No, I don't think we have. Yeah.
I
So
haven't mentioned.
So guys, if you find any of the live streams useful, or like literally like any of the content that we talk about useful, like for example Troy in this case, like then definitely it is worth going and checking out the course that we offer. So you're pretty much going to get the following. So let's go ahead and show them what Profit JavaScript is all about.
Yeah.
So, guys, it's beginner friendly, so you guys don't need any experience. If you've never coded before, it's completely fine. Nero, I think, yeah, Nero is actually inside the course herself. So she
Yeah.
says, Naz and Sonny, amazing coaches in PWJ. Lucky to learn from them. Thank you very much, guys. And like we have 15 like JavaScript modules, which take you completely from beginner to a very sort of like comfortable level at the point which you can pretty much go from landing your first clients and jobs. Naz, do you want to
Yeah.
talk about the sort of the additional stuff we offer?
Yeah, guys, it's pretty simple, guys. You know, this is not something here that you're gonna be just simply just watching videos, right? You got the support of a community of 1,500 members. So, for example, we have a Slack community with 1,500 members where all the students kind of come in, right? At this point, it's 15. It's not 1352. It's basically it's 1,500 students, guys,
Really?
right?
Holy crap.
1,500 students. Seriously,
That's
everybody's in there. Everybody's helping each other out, right? Answering questions, anything. On top of that, what do you got? You got weekly coaching calls by, Sonny, amazing Sonny, and Nas, like me, right? Like
yeah.
me. And Nas, right? And we teach you guys every single week. We teach you, the bare bones of coding. We teach you how to do interviews. We teach you how to go ahead and actually do your resume. We teach you, all the skills that's related to coding that you need to know to go out there into the job market, get clients and actually get your first job as a developer. Right. So if that's something you're interested in, if you're actually interested in being coached by people who've been developers for a lot of years now, right, and know what to teach you, then you gotta join. There's not even a question, guys.
Exactly.
Right?
And
We're
then
there.
we have an
Go ahead.
exclusive Slack community, guys. And guys, just to like show you how proactive the community is. So Logan actually just jumped into the comments right now. Logan's on the course, guys. And he goes, I personally answered 3 questions in there in the last 24 hours. So like, guys,
Yeah.
honestly, like it's so on fire. Like it's like literally like if you guys ask a question in Stack Overflow, how many of you guys have run into that problem where you're like, nobody's asking, or like you just feel terrified to ask in case they make you feel like a dumbass. Like that's the truth. Like we also have some amazing stuff. So Troy Mitchell says, I'm not part of the course yet. It sounds like I should. 100%, dude.
Not even a question, Troy.
Like
Troy, if
literally.
you ever want to become a developer in any of your thought, if you find, the possibilities out there, the opportunities out there of a developer amazing, the ability for you to work remotely, I mean, guys, we're working from anywhere pretty much, right?
Yep.
Freelancers or anything like that, you can work from anywhere. And so if that is something that interests you guys, we literally have the link. It was just dropped in the comments, or we also have a link in the description right there.
Yeah.
Link
So just
down below.
literally link in the description, guys.
Link in the description. Check it out, guys. You will not be disappointed, guys. You
Exactly.
know,
And
we
Troy,
would
like,
not.
yeah.
Go ahead.
I was
Go
just
ahead.
gonna say,
Sorry.
Troy, like if you jump in, literally, like what I love about like PWJ and so Profit of JavaScript is that like it's not just like this sort of community where like in most Udemy courses out there, right? They're very much
Yeah.
a case of like you'll get the course, but say you wanted to contact the person teaching the course, it's just impossible. Like you're not gonna ever get through to that person, right? As soon as
Yeah.
you join, if you want to jump on a call with me, if you want to jump on a call with Nas or anything, you literally just send a Slack message and we'll hop on a call. Like it's very simple.
Exactly.
We're always jumping on like calls with whether somebody's got an interview they need help preparing with,
Yeah.
whether somebody's got a client and they don't know how to handle a situation. It's so one to one. It's ridiculous. Like we
Yeah.
also have Evil Namekin says Profit with JavaScript helps computer science students too. So Nas, does it?
Yes. Yeah. I was a computer science student, guys. Right. Of
Yeah.
course. If you're a computer science student, what's your goal? Like, evil, evil, evil. I'm gonna say evil. If your goal is to become a developer, right? The main thing that you will probably don't have in college right now is you probably, and let me know if I'm right in this, is you probably don't have the actual real world experience that you need. You're probably learning a lot of theory. You're probably, learning a lot of theory from all your professors, right? But you're not actually building projects. You're not actually doing a lot of real world shit.
Yeah.
So what we do is if we flip it around in that course, we flip it around to a point where all you're doing, well, not all, but most of what you're doing is real world. You're building projects every single module. We're building projects from scratch where we are teaching you how to do something from the beginning, from just an idea, and how to build it out to a reality.
Exactly.
Because that is something that a lot of students don't know what to do because they're confused about that. And that is what we do with every single project, from
Exactly.
idea to reality.
Exactly. And guys, like
And
you will not have better energy. Like Nas's coaching calls are just Nas, how do your coaching calls end? Every time, like the energy.
every time, guys, the coaching calls and with a dance party. Exactly.
It's insane. I've never, even my coaching calls, I like everyone's like, yo, can't we have a dance session? I'm like, oh my God, I don't know how Nas gets this energy. But like that's the kind of energy that is in PWJ, guys. Like that kind of like, love and sort of like growth with the community. Like Steve McCarty says, Sonny, I'll join your Slack to help out answering questions. As a CTO for a medtech company in 35 years, and Steve actually is always on the live calls, so
Yeah.
we could probably bring him in. Yeah, definitely. That'll be
Yeah.
cool. Yeah,
We'll talk with Kazi. Yeah. We'll talk with Kazi.
yeah,
That'll be awesome.
cool. We've got Nero K says success coaches are preparing content for beginners. You have an amazing community to help you out. They make you feel like, don't worry, we got you. That's something I love. I love that comment.
Yeah. Thank you, Nero.
Yeah, it's really, really nice. Yeah, so we have a few. Let's have a look, guys. How do you handle SEO issues on computer science?
But Troy, I see you in the comments. I want to see you in PWJ. Come on, let's go. Let's do it. What are you waiting for, Troy? I see you. I see
Exactly.
you, man.
Jump in, dude. Jump in. I'm currently a net developer. So look, yeah. So Troy, that's actually a really interesting. So he's currently a net developer at work, and now he's
Yeah.
expanding my knowledge. So Troy, did you know that React is the number one most wanted library or like literally language right now? Like as in like in terms of JavaScript, like and literally
Yeah.
in comparison to like Java and all of those things and Python and everything, literally React is sitting at the top on Stack Overflow.
Yeah.
Like as in like so .NET was huge before, but remember like all programming is also it's constantly evolving, it's constantly changing. Right now React's on fire. JavaScript skills, like literally you've got Angular, you got React, you got Vue, you got all of these different things. Like I don't know who knows what it's going to be in 2 years, but like all I know is that
Yeah.
JavaScript is literally on is fire right now. It's on fire, and it's definitely something which I think
It's
Troy
just
Troy should be in this course, dude. Like
I don't know, Troy. What are you waiting for? Honestly, I don't know. What are you still doing? I don't know. What are you still waiting for? Honestly.
yeah, Troy, like, and to be honest, like, dude, like, you get a 30-day money back guarantee. So
Yeah.
literally, give it a try, risk free for 30
Troy,
days.
you join right now. Me, Sonny, and you. We will all get in a call. How about that?
How about
If you
that?
join right now. If you
Yeah,
join right now, we'll all get in a
literally.
Slack call.
Yeah, link in the description, bro. And literally, we'll jump on a call right now and we can have a chat. That would be
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
nice.
So Troy's like, I try other rec courses, but your teaching methods are really making it click. Yeah, there we go. Sonny's killing it.
Logan says, I am a computer science grad and the projects inside the course are worth their weight in gold. It's all the employers want to see. That's amazing.
Yeah, there we go.
So to
That was
anyone,
that was by the way, but that was by the way the goal of this course. This is what when we first built this, the goal was like, what do the employers want to see? Like, what type of projects do the employers want to see when they actually go to them, right? Because sometimes you just build some some stuff that you don't even want to show.
yeah,
Like you're not proud to show, but you want to build things that you're proud to show, and you're like, yo, check my project out, and they're gonna be like, whoa, that looks good.
exactly.
So yeah.
100%, dude. Like, as in everyone in the course, like they have the sickest, like the best sort of like portfolios. They have everything sort of ready.
Yeah.
Like, if you go through the course and you literally do put in the work and you attend the coaching calls that are literally like, I think we have like 4 coaching calls every week now, consistently.
Yep.
As well as we're
4
dropping daily lives. Like, we're doing so much on this. There's nothing like this at the moment in the programming community. I don't think. Like, there's
I
just
don't
really
think so
not.
either.
And guys, the difference between us and like any other course out there is that we don't just teach you how to code. We teach you how to actually go ahead and make a killing with it, like how to make some money from your coding. Like
Yeah.
whether you're a weekend. So like I always sort of teach it in the coaching call. Like if you're a weekend, you're at that point where
Mhm.
you can teach somebody who's never coded a day in their life. Like you're a week ahead
Yeah.
of them. So you can start
Yeah.
coaching, you can start doing things. There's always a way. And we go through all of that in the course.
Yeah. Oh man. Nero says, do what you love and live what you do. I love that. That is a good motto.
Yeah. And she goes,
Good
when we
motto.
get the work done and then we don't.
Of course we get the work done. The first we do is we get the work done and then we just relax.
Exactly. Hassan goes, it's past 3:30 and not a wink of sleep with these two online. Hey, love that.
Love it.
Nice.
I think wait, Hassan is also in the course actually.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And it's so cool. That's so cool that you just know people at this point. Like it's so cool. Like everybody who comes in the course, you just know like Nero, Hassan. For example, Amana comes in, right? You just know people at this point.
Yeah.
Like that's
And guys, like that says something with 1,500 students inside the course, and we know exactly who's who inside that course.
yeah,
Like it's just such a wicked community. Like it really
sick,
does.
man.
Like yeah, it really is like something that's just never been seen. Like and guys, like we have so much coming. Like there's just like no, there's so much craziness coming. Like if you guys are excited and you enjoyed all of this, like smash the thumbs up because it just helps us out. It helps grow the channel. Like it helps more people find this and sort of see it. And like if it helped you out, it can help them out. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
yeah. It's like, oh my God, man. It's just yeah. I just since you told me you're coming to LA, I just can't wait to see you in LA, man.
yeah, dude. I'll be there soon, man. I said probably early September. I'm gonna try and get out there.
That's when I'll be there. I'll be there early September, maybe potentially earlier. Yeah.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah.
awesome. You know.
Oh man. Wait, for how long you think you're coming for? Like I'm curious. Or do you not know?
Probably so it'd probably be like a week and a half, maybe
Okay.
2 weeks max.
Yeah.
Like at a time.
Yeah. Man, that would be good. Oh, the stuff we'll create.
Crazy, right? It'd be so fun, man. Literally
So
all
good.
of us in one place will be it'd be some crazy
I
stuff.
don't know how that's gonna work out. That's gonna be just fire all the time.
Yeah.
Just imagine us loving fire emojis. It's gonna be fire, just like fire. The village is gonna be on fire.
Exactly. Oh, man. Right,
Oh
bro.
man,
Should we wrap this up?
let's do it, bro.
Right. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, smash the like button and share it with your friends. And Naz, anything last you want to add there?
That's it, guys. Thank you guys so much for watching. It was very awesome for me to kind of join. Thank you for letting me join just kind of on the whim. That was fun.
Dude, that was so it literally changed the whole live stream. That was amazing, dude. All right, guys.
Yeah. Thanks so much and have a great day, everybody.
Right, and in the name and in the words of Nas, we will see you in the next one. Peace, guys.
Exactly. Peace out.